What's going on, guys? It's Posty. Monster Energy and I have something very special.
There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a stream that I'm doing with Altered Rin.
Oh.
Hold on, I gotta turn off the music. Hello?
Hello?
Hi. I gotta adjust your volume a little bit. Ooh, let's turn that up.
Yes. I assume, I don't know, my chat will yell at me if I fucked up.
Sounds good.
Something's wrong on my end.
So, I'm sure chat knows all about Altered Rin. We've raided multiple times, often in chat. Here's a link, real quick, if you would like a wonderful Twitch channel to follow.
I highly recommend for some very mediocre streams.
That's good. Self-deprecate. That's the role. That's what you do, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Self-deprecate, and then they'll feel bad, and then they'll follow. That's my strategy. So welcome, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at all sorts of different conspiracy theories. Thank you, Citisaurus, for subscribing with a 2-month streak. Says, love watching the streams. You're awesome. And for bits that say, I have nothing intelligent to say, but I'm just chilling with my aunt's dogs and doing laundry, entertainment deprived. So happy for a stream. Well, I'm glad you are. So, sell us real quick. What are your streams normally like if people here haven't seen them? Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. Deal with it.
My streams? Oh boy, this is my first time covering like conspiracy stuff on stream. I usually do stuff like Hannah's Chud Watch, where we watch all kinds of our favorites, like Ben Shabibo, The Quartering, John Doyle. Though we haven't seen much of John Doyle in a while.
He's been busy doing stuff for The Blaze or whatever. I think he went on Dave Rubin recently. He posted on Instagram. I don't know if the episode aired yet, but Baha was showing me his Instagram posts, because she has an Instagram and I don't, because I'm not hip with the jive or whatever kids say these days.
You're
so
like 3 years older than me.
Don't worry about it, okay? I'm a very old soul, okay? Outside, I might look like a millennial, but inside, I am a boomer. So anyway, John Doyle's probably going to be appearing on Dave Rubin soon, at least based on his Instagram posts.
At least you're not as much of a boomer as John Doyle.
That's true, but he's not a boomer in like a I don't know how my universal remote works way. He's a boomer in the I want to exterminate groups of people I disagree with way, which is the worst kind of boomer.
Yeah, although we did have to make, I don't know if you've seen it, I don't know how much of my watched, but we did have to make an overlay because of how chat feels about John Doyle.
What's the overlay?
It is the horny jail overlay.
Oh no, are there people in your chat who want to bang John Doyle?
Yes, and some of them go to your chat too. I know who you are.
I want names. They need to be blacklisted.
Miss Robot.
What? Okay, who else? Come on. Name names. Just call me McCarthy. We're about to blacklist some people.
Chat, who else is horny for John Doyle? I forget. Handsomest Robot's the only one I really remember.
Alright, Handsomest Robot, you're canceled. If you're here, even. Cancellation achieved. Someone says, Halloween Town says, look, John is attractive. No, he's not. If John Doyle's body were filled with a brain of a kind, caring person, maybe. But he's not, and that shadows everything about him. He's not attractive.
Thank you all for the follows who have followed.
Sorry, I tend to dominate stuff like I don't mean to talk over you. I apologize. Anyway, so we both picked out a bunch of conspiracy stuff to take a look at. I'll go over, I guess, what I have, and then maybe you can go over some of the stuff you have, and we can maybe collectively decide what we're going to cover, just because I know we both grabbed a bunch of extra stuff that we're probably not going to...
yeah, I have... Most of mine is alien-centric.
Okay.
I don't know what you grabbed.
Oh.
I have some real doozies.
Okay. We're not going to do bingo. Sorry, I'm just... The chat. We're not going to do bingo today just because we already got a lot to do in terms of juggling, you know, with 2 hosts. And I don't want to have to keep checking the bingo card, so no bingo today.
Yeah, I've never even, like, actually... I know this... You'll shame me for this, but I've never played bingo in your chat.
How dare you?
Too much paying attention to.
If you're not playing bingo, are you even part of the chat? Come on.
I'm sorry. I'll leave.
I think it's best
I'll go
you
back
do.
to watching Sargon.
So here's what I got. I have CC with some more flat Earth bullshit that came out today. We have a call for an uprising, probably talking about vaccinations because he's a paranoid weirdo. We have Jillian of Jilly Juice fame, because of course we do. We have... Is the U.S. military controlled by reptilians? As a reptilian, I can tell you, yes. Yes, we are. We have another part of Nathan Thompson's Flat Earth World Tour.
Oh boy.
There's some ghost videos if we wanted to do that. There's Elizabeth April talking about vaccinations. And then Russia's plan to clone an army of 3,000-year-old Scythian warriors. Now, I don't know what Scythian warriors are, but apparently they're real good, because Russia's gonna clone them.
This is when I submitted the plasma beings.
Oh yeah, I have to open your links. Did you send me, if you can, send me many of your links in the Discord chat. And I'll
okay, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to send them now or...
Yeah, go for it, so we can kind of go over what they are.
Alright.
And I'll open them up.
Hold on. And this... Alright, so this next one is by the same lady who made the plasma beings one.
Okay.
Titled, "No, I am not a plasma snake."
Okay.
In case you thought she might be.
You know, I was considering it. I thought, you know, when I first saw her, my first impression was, is that a plasma snake? But I'm glad she cleared that up.
Here, let's see. Oh, we got that one. This one's... We have to watch this one. This is the best one that I have. Or these next two.
People channeling aliens? Okay.
It's amazing.
Ooh, this one's BBC. That's always iffy in terms of copyright stuff.
Are they?
Yeah. But we can maybe try it. We'll see. We'll see how far into the different stuff we get.
I have seen other people cover this bit on YouTube and they were fine.
Okay. It's probably not that they take the video down, they just might take monetization for it or something that happens sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know how it is with Twitch.
Okay.
Hello chatters. How's everyone doing? Morgan, Zandris. Everyone's shaming Handsworth Robot, who is referred to as a terminal horny jail resident.
Yeah. You don't get to come out of horny jail. That's not even horny jail at that point. Horny jail is for if you're only going to be in for like a year because you're a little, like you see an anime waifu and you're like, yeah, I like that. Horny prison, like is for third degree horny prisoners who find John Doyle attractive. Solitary confinement for 40 years.
Horny penitentiary. Hello, Baja.
Okie dokie, so what are we gonna do first?
Oh boy. So let's see. I definitely think we should save the channeling aliens, because that is, oh boy, that's a doozy.
Sure.
Let's say, well, let's start out with some concrete evidence. Let's start out with some pictures. Let's take a look at these plasma beings. Because we can't just jump into the theory. We need the concrete evidence.
Okay. Wait, can other people see this? Hold on. Looks like they maybe can. Yeah? Okay, cool. Sorry, just making sure. So this is More Plasma Beings is the name of this video, and this is from the Plasma Snake Lady, I guess?
Oh, she's not a plasma snake.
Oh, I'm
she
sorry. Non-plasma snake lady.
Okay, I'm looking at this. I've been recording this for a while. There has been movement with...
Can you hear this that I'm playing?
I can, yes.
Okay.
this. I don't even know
I
where this
assume my chat can.
webcam is. But this right here, plasma. These are plasma beings. They are living, you all. This is the real. This is real, you all. All of this stuff that's going on at nighttime, these are real. This is real what you're looking at.
They're stuff that's happening to the camera because it's dark out and there's lights. She thinks these
Smudges on the lens.
She thinks these are beings that are doing things.
Yes.
Okay. It's convenient that they decided to take on the same exact color of, like, the lighting that's around the eye. I think that's a picture of the eye in London.
Yeah,
So,
I believe it is.
good job. They have a color coordination
And
down.
I've seen other videos from this lady. There's one video she took or she found that she believed she saw was a spaceship flying through the air, and it was a bird.
Hey, it's tough sometimes. Have you read a Superman comic? Sometimes it's hard to determine, is something a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a man in tights? How am I to determine whether or not something that is up in the air is one thing that's up in the air versus another? They're all the same, okay?
It is very difficult.
It is absolutely amazing. When I tried to look at it earlier, it literally cut the feed, and I had to pray over it. I'm really.
So her Wi-Fi went out, and that's a sign that the plasma beings are out to get her. But it's okay. She
Yeah.
turned the router on and off, and now it's good.
In her video about not being a plasma snake, she has to defend herself from the demons that are trying to pixelate her.
You know, they will do that. You gotta get a special firewall for that. I think the Geek Squad can set that up. It's extra, though.
Did. Look at these. They're real. They literally are manifesting, is what's happening. They're manifesting. And I'm recording this video. This may look strange to people, but it's not strange. Oh man, my screen darkened all of a sudden on my phone.
So I take it this non-plasma snake woman isn't aware of the concept of an auto brightening or darkening screen. That's a setting you can turn on and off on your phone.
Yeah, my phone has it. It has like the auto like blue light thing where like I didn't even realize because it was just on by default. And I was just like, oh, there's a blue light filter thing.
Yeah, sometimes
And, like-
I'll accidentally cover the light filter or something and the screen will, like, change.
Yeah.
Like, that happens. Or the light sensor. Did I say filter? Sensor.
Yeah, like you can see in my room they have like the horizontal blinds.
Mhm.
So like occasionally there'll just be like strips of like light and shadow, and like I'll move my phone and then the screen will go like max brightness, lowest brightness, like back and forth just
Okay.
because of like
Maybe the plasma snakes can help her out. Just be like, hello, how would they talk? I'm gonna go parcel tongue, but sounding more neon. What's a
But-
neon snake sound like? Hello.
Is it-
It's times. That's just a snake.
would it just be like parcel tongue but like auto tuned?
Oh yes, auto tune parcel tongue. You got it. You nailed it.
I can't
did
do an
they-
auto tune, but
They do
I
that
think
to
that's
me.
what it
They
sounds like.
darkened my screen on my phone, you all. That's what they did. They have literally AI has darkened my screen.
Wait, are they plasma or are they AI? Is plasma snakes AI? Are plasma snakes AI? Or are they alien beings?
I think it's kind of like in the middle, like what's that race in Mass Effect? The one they're like in the third one, or no, they're from the first one, I believe.
You talking about the husks that are like zombies that are partially tech and partially organic because they convert them?
Yeah, like that race.
That's not a race though. Those are an enemy.
No, like the like that whole group that like the Reapers.
Oh, okay, the Reapers. Yeah. They're like a mix of technology and organics. Spoilers! Gotcha.
Is that spoilers? It happens in the first 5 minutes of the game.
You don't know exactly what's going on until, like... You might not know that until, I think, the end of the second game. I don't even know. It's been a long time. I just started playing the first one again because the remasters came out.
Yeah, I want to get the remasters, but I'm going to Boston soon, so I gotta save a bit of money. But because I have the original editions on PC,
Mm-hmm.
but playing the original edition of the first game is a little rough.
Yeah. I'm just hoping to get through 1 as quick as possible so I can get to 2, which is my favorite one.
Oh my gosh, why did you all do that to me? They darkened my screen. This is not good, you all. I'm trying to show this right here, and they've darkened my screen, but that's okay because when I upload that video tomorrow, it's going to come through. But yeah, that's what they've done. They've darkened this screen right here. Shoot. Why did they do that? I'm gonna have to end this.
I like the idea that they have the power to darken her screen, but not to, like, kill her or to even just, like, break the phone or computer or whatever she's using.
Yeah.
They gotta be like, damn. Maybe it's like a turn-based game where you gotta wait for certain attacks to recharge. Like, oh, we're down to just darkening her screen.
They've used all their spell slots, so they just have like cantrips.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
This video, you all.
I
Because
like
they-
how this is a general running theme in all her videos, that she's an older woman.
Yeah.
Her general fumbles with technology are caused by the aliens interfering with her. It's not just
Obviously.
her being inept.
Yeah, no. Every time anything happens to my phone, if it freezes or whatever, I'm like, these goddamn plasma beams.
darkened it immediately.
And then she just holds on the image. Sure. Okay, let's see what's the other stuff she had? Which one should we watch? Is it the I'm Not a Plasma Snake, or was there a different one we should watch first from her?
That's a really good one because her Soylent Green one is like 40 minutes long.
Okay, let's go with I Am Not a Plasma Snake. Ooh, that is very quiet. Sorry.
Two. Look at that. So yesterday we was at 555. Now we're at 222.
That happens twice every day. What? Why did she find that extraordinary, or what?
That's actually because if you combine them, you get 777.
I mean, I
Which
guess,
is
but you could.
111 more than 666, which means it's like Super Satan's number.
Well, at that point, why don't you just go 999? Or like,
Because that's like
or 10
super duper Satan.
6 trillion 6. You could just say anything. Infinity. Infinity is the number of the super duper beast. Like, what? Okay.
On April the 18th, which is Sunday. And hello. Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. You know, I've seen some funny comments. Okay. Oh my gosh, the funniest one I've seen recently is somebody came on my Telegram and said, you know what, my contacts have been telling me take screenshots of her when she does videos because she's a plasma snake. Can you imagine that? They said I'm a plasma snake, whatever that is. I would just like to tell you that no, I'm not a plasma snake. I'm not. I think they probably see like when the phone or the video kind of pixelates and stuff, or maybe, who knows? Okay, so if somebody's told you take a lot of
so calling
screenshots-
her a plasma snake is too far. That's absurd.
Of course she's not a plasma
But-
snake. Can plasma snakes even wear camo like that? No. Look at. Okay.
That's actually like her skin or scales or
Oh, she's molting.
forming that
I
pattern.
see.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
So
Gina?
you said you molt, right?
Yeah,
So
of course.
is that not what it looks like?
Lizard people got a molt. I mean, frankly, it's a little offensive, I think, of you to assume that the molting of a reptoid is the same as the molting of a plasma snake. Please, next time, consider before you group us all in together. We're actually not big fans of each other, so
Oh, it's just like beef.
yeah, there's a lot of beef. There's animosity. Some stuff happened back a couple billion years ago, and we don't want to get into it, okay?
Because she's a plasma snake, and she's going to shape shift. No, I'm not going to shape shift. Okay, I'm not. I am not that. And something else that was funny, below the demigod thing that appeared on the stereo ahead UV 284.
What? Do you know what she's talking about in terms of the demigod thing?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go Gozer.
That's new to me.
She meant Gozer.
I've seen a few comments. That's her face. That's Gina. That's her face. It's not my face. I
Wait, is the demigod's name Gina?
I suppose so.
Okay, I'm not gonna judge.
don't know why people think that I would put my face in a video like that. That would be very dishonest, and that's not me. I wouldn't do that. You know what? The things that go through people's minds like that, I don't know where their mind's at, but I can assure you that's not my face. It really does look like a a demigod, and or it's some kind of a...
So, demigods aren't plasma. She's just made... I'm learning a lot about the lore here. She said, not plasma, demigod. So demigods are a separate phenomenon from the plasma snakes.
Okay, so it seems like, but they're like above plasma snakes and like the chain of command
Sure,
they have.
there's a hierarchy. Jordan Peterson
Yeah.
shit. Cool.
Yeah.
giant being. Someone said,
Where are the plasma lobsters?
well, why is there only a big giant face?
Real question.
Well, if you remember, like the demigods and or the giants of old, they were very, very tall. They were giants. Some of them got up to around 30 feet. Hello.
Where is she getting that statement from? So the Bible mentions Nephilim, which are supposed to be like the combined children of humans and angels, and sometimes Christians will determine that those are giants of some sort. But at no point does it say how tall they are. It doesn't say like 30 feet or however many cubits. It doesn't say that. So
Now, I have not read nearly as much as the Bible as you have.
oh,
But
that's
I do
fortunate.
not remember anything about plasma snakes and plasma beings,
No.
because plasma snakes are separate from plasma beings.
The closest I can think of that would be to a plasma snake is that time God turned himself into a fire tornado. But fire isn't plasma, is it? No, fire's a chemical
No.
reaction. It's just fire.
Fire is excited atoms.
Yeah, so no. He's not a plasma snake, but that's the closest I can think of.
Maybe like when they talk about angels, they get kind of like what they look like. It gets kind of wacky, right?
That's fair.
Like they have like 1,000 eyes and like 16 arms.
Also, Genesis, they do talk about the serpent, and I'm going to go Airbud rules and say they never say the snake wasn't plasma. So I'm going to say plasma snake. You're confused by Airbud rules?
Yeah, I've seen a decent bit of... I've seen Air Bud, and I've seen like all like the Buddies movies.
There's nothing in the rules that says a dog can't play basketball. If the thing doesn't explicitly say it's not allowed, then that means it is a thing that you can do. So that's what I'm going by. Plasma snake, Satan confirmed.
Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Thank you for tuning in. And I don't think you're a plasma snake either. I really don't.
That's kind of her.
Okay.
Good to know.
You might be a plasma being, a plasma light being. That would be great. We can be light beings, because that's what I feel that we are, light beings. And our light does shine. It does. But that's weird. So if you wrote...
That was like,
weird.
She had a split second of self-awareness. The clarity came in real hard, but only for like 4 seconds.
some comments like that. I'm sorry. Oh, Farmer, you never got notified? Hello. Sometimes they don't send out the notifications, and you know what I had to do with my phone right now? This morning, I had to literally offload my YouTube app on my phone right here. It said that my storage was all filled up on my phone. Before I even did anything, I had 15 gigabytes, okay, from the YouTube app. And
Okay, I'm assuming then she probably has like YouTube Premium and she's downloading videos, so she needs to go into her video downloads and delete them. Is she saying she had to delete her whole YouTube app because she couldn't figure out how to delete her downloaded videos off the app?
And now my question is it the aliens who caused her storage to get too full?
Yeah, they were downloading all sorts of hentai with it, obviously. Plasma snakes are notorious pervs.
Something happened, and automatically within 30 minutes or less, it said I had already used up 29 gigabytes of my storage. It would not let me upload anything because I wanted to upload that demigod video, and boom, it maxed out my storage. So I had to unload that, you all. But there are petrified giants all over the place.
She just claims stuff. She's like, yeah, there's plasma beings. Yeah, there's giants all over the place.
Yeah,
You haven't
Absolutely.
seen them. You're obviously not looking hard enough.
I guess. I don't go, I don't own any camo clothes, so I think that means I don't go outside nearly enough to recognize when I come across a giant skeleton, so.
There are. There's a lot. Yeah, farmer, that's okay. They don't let that notification go out. They don't, for some strange reason. I've been pegged. That's all right. That is all right. Dominica Tante, I can see your message. I can see it. I really can. Oh my goodness, I've been outside. Since it's so nice out, doing some yard stuff. Ooh. Yeah, you all. That's really interesting about that stereo ahead product, because I've never seen anything like that on their
Thank you for the
product
host,
before. I
Cat
hadn't.
Psychic.
I've seen like the plasma coming out of the sun and some of their products like that, like dragons or whatever, but never a being like that.
Wait, does she stare at the sun?
I'm assuming I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and assume she's talking about when they do sort of astrophotography of the sun and they show sort of the plasma arcs coming off of it. I think she's probably talking about that. And sort of like when you look at the clouds and you see different shapes in them, she's looking at those plasma arcs and being like, this one looks like a dragon!
I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and assume she isn't just staring into the sun.
It's possible.
But then again, just stared at the eclipse at one time.
I've covered conspiracy theorists who do stare into the sun. Hans Wormhat has talked about staring into the sun, and he's like, it's a conspiracy that you're told not to stare into the sun, because I stare into the sun all the time, and I'm fine. And I think that explains a lot about Hans Wormhat.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Gina, you are a wonderful soul. I think you meant such a wonderful soul. Yeah, that's.
Suck a wonderful soul. Okay, can do.
Thank you. I think we all are. We really
Do plasma snakes count as reptilians? We're not playing bingo today.
are. Petrified giants and trees all around us. Yeah, a history that has been kept under wraps. Okay, they like shoved it in something and was hoping that people would not ever.
Did I know Hans is back? Hold on, is he? I gotta check this real quick. This is an
boy.
emergency situation for me.
So is what she's trying to say is that they put the giant skeletons in trees to hide them from everyone else?
I've seen some. No, I think it has to do with petrified wood, because I've seen claims from some people that petrified wood is secretly like the fossils of giants or things like that. So she's probably referring to
Okay.
something along those lines.
Yeah, because I was like, if they're like, I know none of this makes sense, so there's it's stupid to just try and be like, oh, why would they do this? It would logically make more sense to just do this. But like, why wouldn't they just like burn the skeletons or like get rid of them?
You can't. They're. Oh, I just screwed up a thing. Hold on.
Oh,
You
no.
can't. They're too powerful. They're protected
They're-
by magic or something. I don't know.
Bring it back
The plasma
sur-
snakes encircle them.
surface, but I think it came back to the surface, the history of them. And history does repeat itself. Even if there's giants, which there are, I think it's going to probably repeat itself too. Let's hope that those, if there are demigods coming back, and they are saying that they're coming back. People say
They're all saying it. Do you smell that? Just, sorry, I'm talking to Baja.
I figured you weren't talking to me, asking if I smelled something.
What, you don't have the digital smell extension thing?
the
Contrary to
the
popular
Anunnaki,
belief, I do
the
not live
Anunnaki.
in your back room.
They could be demigods too. And like,
Hi, Drake.
what
Will
was
do.
it, King Tutankhamun? One of them kings, they had like an elongated skull, is what they had, an elongated skull.
King Tut was known to have a lot of defects because he was the product of severe inbreeding within the royal family.
Yeah,
I think he also had a big club foot or something.
yeah, and because if you look back at like some of his like ancestry like that they found, there are some that also have slightly less elongated skulls.
Sure.
And then around the time of King Tut, I heard that they put planks on like the sides of your head to try and force your skull to grow in that elongated shape
Humans are weird,
because it was considered like
royal, and attractive.
royally and
Ooh.
attractive to have a cone head.
Ooh. Give me that Dan Aykroyd circa 1995 look, fam.
Speaking, Dan Aykroyd is into like all this weird conspiracy
Oh yeah.
alien stuff.
Oh yeah. I know. He like legit believes he makes that Crystal Head vodka, but he really believes
Yeah.
in the Crystal Skull stuff. He thinks a ghost gave him a BJ once.
Yeah, like he thinks like Ghostbusters was like a documentary or
Yeah. He was talking about one of his kids once asked him like, "Dad, is Ghostbusters real?" And he like solemnly, because I think he got asked this by like Larry King or something, and Larry King's like, "What do you tell your kids?" And they say that, and he goes, "I'm honest with them. I tell them it's true, all of it."
why?
So that's good to know.
That must have been amazing working on that movie with him.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
because like you'd be like, all right, so we're gonna have the ghost is gonna come in and do this, and he'd be like, but that's not really what happened. And you were like,
I feel like at a certain point, Harold Ramis would just be like, "Dan, listen. I need you to do me a favor and shut the fuck up for the rest of the film, okay? Just, you wrote the script, we edited it down. Stop." Did you know the original script for Ghostbusters was like 4 times as long and it took place in a sci-fi future?
no.
Yeah, and then they were like, we need to tone this down and whatever, and they kept the basic concept and stuff, and Harold Ramis fixed the script, basically. Dan Aykroyd wrote it, and then Harold Ramis was like, all right, let's make this make
Rein
sense.
this in a bit. I have an interesting story related to Ghostbusters.
Okay.
I was afraid of Ghostbusters as a child.
Interesting. Why?
I believe it. I believe this scene is from Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
But there's the bathtub, and then like the goop ghost comes out of like the drain and like tries to eat the kid.
Yeah, that's probably Ghostbusters 2 with the ooze stuff.
Yeah, that part scared me very much as a child.
I loved Ghostbusters as a kid. I don't know. I don't think it scared me.
Yes,
But...
Zen. No, I wasn't afraid my bathtub was gonna eat me. I was afraid that the ghost down the drain of the bathtub was what was gonna eat me.
Casual Snark says the original script for Blues Brothers was twice as long as a normal movie. Yeah, Dan Aykroyd needs an editor. When he doesn't get an editor, you get the movie Nothing But Trouble, which you should look up sometime.
Oh boy.
He directed that movie too.
Even like with the Mayans and stuff, I think some of their gods were enormous. Okay, enormous is what they were. So I don't think it's too far-fetched to think that there are demigods still out there. I don't think it is.
So at least she believes not only she's respectful of other people's cultures nominally, she also believes that if a culture believes in a god, that makes them a real life god or demigod. Interesting.
Yeah, she kind of takes like the ancient aliens route of it's all true,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to like figure out ways to like piece it all together.
Okay.
Too far fetched to
Much
even
like
think
the
that
sequel trilogy
whatsoever.
to Star Wars.
Whew. So, with that being said,
Did I know Dan Aykroyd is on the spectrum? I didn't know that. That tracks, though. Honestly, he gets very, very into specific things like that. And if you ever hear him like on, I don't like the Joe Rogan podcast for obvious reasons. But one time I watched an episode of Dan Aykroyd because I like Dan Aykroyd, and when he gets into talking about something like that, he gets into it, and he's very laser focused on it.
I'm going to get off of here. No, I'm not a plasma snake, but if you want to take screenshots of
See, that's exactly what a plasma snake would say. I can't trust her.
every single live video I do, you go right ahead. Okay, I hope you see something interesting. I really do. So have a wonderful rest of your all's day. Thank you.
Well,
What happened to that? I thought I remembered a clip from that video where she said they're pixelating me.
maybe it's a different one.
I command you to stop. And she's like yelling at them to like, she's like, I command you to stop pixelating me.
Wow, she's got a lot of videos. She put out a video yesterday. She put out
Yeah.
4 videos yesterday. Oh
Yeah,
god.
you can't watch them, but like she has these videos, Dance With Me.
Yeah, I see
and
she's dancing to Uptown Funk.
If you scroll all the way up to the top, the Dance With Me Dr. Fauci.
Oh god, where is it? Oh no. Hold on.
If you wanna just mute it.
I'm gonna speed up, and I'm gonna skip around so we're not playing any more than 2 seconds at a time, okay?
And she doesn't dance very much. She just kind of like sits there like that for like half of the video.
What? What? Okay, I'm gonna mute it at this point just because I need to see these moves. Look at those wicked moves! Look at that! Yes! Yes! Yes!
I don't know if this means she likes Fauci or she hates him.
I can't tell. I can't.
Because I've never seen her mention like vaccines or say anything about the pandemic.
Yeah. God, I want to
But,
cut.
like-
I wish I had the original green screen footage for this. I want to replace my notification when like someone subscribes and Elon Musk pops up. I want to replace it with her just getting it.
Like that, just that little loop there.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, she's changing it up. That outfit though it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Is that a
That's a
velour
move. Look at that
jacket?
move right there. Just like.
You can say I admire the confidence at least.
Sure. She has 83,000 subscribers. I only have like 11,000 on YouTube or 12,000. Life
12.
life is fucked.
If you want to feel better, just look at my channel on YouTube and you can be like, ha, I'm better.
Nope, I don't care about people I'm better than. Only people that are better than me. And that's entirely determined by a number of YouTube subscribers. Fun fact. If you have 0 YouTube subscribers, are you even a person?
I guess not. Because, I mean, I don't know. I feel like at this point it's only a matter of time until I get called like a lizard person or something.
Yeah. Are you a lizard person? A fellow lizard person? Because I definitely am.
I am not allowed to neither confirm nor deny this. I can make no statement either way. Please contact my PR manager.
Coward. Alright, I'll pick one of my videos now. Let me see. We'll save her Soylent video because it's so long. Let's watch Russia's plan to clone an army of 3,000-year-old Scythian warriors. I'm pretty excited to hear about this. Oops, I skipped ahead. Didn't mean to do that.
I'm Rex Bear. How the heck are you? Today I'd like to share with you the latest headline from Popular Mechanics. Russia is going to clone an army of 3,000-year-old Scythian warriors. This is from Caroline Delbert.
Wait, is this a real article from Popular Mechanics? Or what? Did he say Popular Science or Popular Mechanics?
He said Popular Mechanics.
Okay.
Here, I'll look it up.
Let me see if he might cite it in the thing. Yeah, he cites an article. Hold on, let me pull it up. Russia is going to try and clone an army of 3,000-year-old Scythian warriors.
I'm unfamiliar with the website. Is it a semi-reputable website? It looks like it's
Popular Mechanics. I mean, it was a magazine. I guess I don't know if it's a magazine now, but it's a popular periodical. It's a magazine, though. It's not like a, you know. Let me read this real quick. When you hold a job like defense minister of Russia, you presumably have to be bold and think outside the box to protect your country from enemy advances. And with his latest strategic idea, cloning an entire army of ancient warriors, Sergei Shoigu is certainly taking a big swing. In an online session of the Russian Geographical Society last month, Shoigu, a close ally of Russian President Vladimir Putin, suggested using the DNA of 3,000-year-old Scythian warriors to potentially bring them back to life. Yes, really. First, some background. The Scythian people who originally came from modern-day Iran were nomads who traveled around Eurasia between the 9th and 2nd centuries BC, building a powerful empire that endured for several centuries before finally being phased out by competitors 2 decades ago. Archaeologists uncovered the well-preserved remains of the soldiers in Kurgan, or buried mound, in the Tuva region of Siberia. Apologies. So basically, he said something stupid, and now this guy...
My question is, if you're gonna make a clone army, why would you make it out of people who died 3,000 years ago? Why not, like,
it doesn't make sense. I would imagine the whatever warriors these were, they probably were in very good shape, but it was because they were living outdoors. They were nomads. They had to hunt constantly, and if they were warriors, were probably fighting often. Like, you could just train people to be fighters and they'd be better than this. Also, wars are fought with guns and drones. We don't club people to death like it's 3,000 years ago.
like, if you're gonna clone anyone, get, like, what's his name? Like, Hafthor Bjornsson or something? The guy who played the Mountain in Game of Thrones?
Okay, sure, yeah.
Like, just, like, invite him to a restaurant, and then just, like, steal his napkin afterwards, like after he wipes his mouth or something.
See, then you're
There's
gonna
be some
accidentally
DNA on there.
You gotta think about this, because I'm already writing the movie in my head. You do that, but he was eating chicken or something, and then you try and clone him, and you wind up with a half mountain, half chicken hybrid, which actually might be good, because then if he cut his head off, he can still keep fighting.
He might have, like, a beak he can peck you with,
yeah,
in, like, addition to his fist, so he could, like, punch the shit out of you and then just, like, peck your eyes out.
I'm now on board with this plan.
I'm convinced.
Let me give you a quick introduction, shall I? Russia's defense minister suggests he wants to clone a group of ancient warriors with giant muscles. That's going to be tricky. To date, there have been no human clones, according to this article. However, there are many other articles that will disagree with that statement.
Okay, I was so distracted by everything else going on in this that I failed to notice that he is wearing a blue button-up shirt that it looks like he maybe has the bottom buttons buttoned, and the collar is completely popped, and underneath he's wearing just like a black t-shirt. Like, I don't mean to. It's just a very specific look.
He's got the here. Let's see if I can do it with my.
Oh.
He's got like the collar popped. Got like it buttoned. He's got like the bottom 2 buttons.
Yeah.
Like normally people like undo like the top 2 buttons, but he like reversed it.
Lilgarth says he looks like Julian Bashir from Deep Space Nine on vacation.
I haven't watched Star Trek. So.
Oh, God. I gotta start vetting guests better. No one is allowed on unless they've seen Star Trek.
I've been considering it because you talk about it a lot. Bad Bunny talks about it a lot. Or should I say Banned Bunny?
Oh, God, did Bad Bunny get banned?
Her ban just ended. She was banned for like 2 weeks.
What'd she do?
For grouping white men.
What does that mean?
That was the most she could get from Twitch.
Okay.
She grouped white men, and the report for hateful content was justified in a ban.
Okay.
Xandris is also disappointed in me.
Seriously though, watch TOS and then watch TNG, and then beyond that, it's kind of your call. Deep Space Nine is good, but it's not for everyone. And then the rest is gonna be, just depends. Voyager, do you care about the holographic doctor? If not, skip Voyager. Nick says, with giant muscles. Wait, I thought that was gonna go a wholly different direction. They're not gonna clone people for having thick. Never mind. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? I'm gonna continue with the video.
And I just talked to somebody today that found a book in a library saying exactly who they cloned and when. So that
I can find a book in a library that says all sorts of things. It doesn't necessarily mean the book is right. You can write anything down. Doesn't make it true.
Yeah, I can find a book that talks about a ring that will give you unimaginable power because it is filled with the hatred of a single angry man.
We're talking about Sauron?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
See, now I gotta vet my guests better.
I'm a sci-fi person. I don't like fantasy.
Yet you play D&D.
Yeah, and in D&D I play a sci-fi character who finds herself in a fantasy world. That's not a mistake. That's because I'm more interested in sci-fi.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a Lord of the Rings tattoo. So
of what?
It's the inscription of the One Ring going around my ankle.
Okay, that's cool.
That is to be continued. Wow, this stuff is awesome. I've been taking collagen now from Health with Leak for about 3 months.
Oh, it's an ad.
It's 5 different collagens in one powder blend. I put it in my coffee every morning. You can put it in your tea. You can put it in water. It's basically tasteless. And they're offering leak.
Basically tasteless it scares me. I'm gonna skip past the ad.
It goes on to say, the legality of cloning is murky because of the medical uses for specific kinds of cloning. Now, do they really care? I mean, who's going to go after him?
TNG is dull, says Will. You're dull. Shut the fuck up. Mike X says he thinks Resident Evil is real. Run Umbrella is after you.
Xandris has given me a different order. Xandris has to watch TOS, Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, then TNG and Deep
Oh
Space
yeah,
Nine.
you gotta watch the movies. Sorry, I should have clarified.
those are movies?
You gotta watch the movies. Yeah, there's the original series, and then you gotta watch. I would say you gotta at least watch. No, you gotta watch Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, The Journey Home. Skip the next one because William Shatner directed it and it's garbage, and then watch I think it's the 5th one, where they kind of make peace with the Klingons, and then watch TNG.
Russia? Are they going to go after Russia? Probably not. So, when you are the defense minister of Russia, you presumably have to be bold and think outside the box to protect your country from enemy advances. And that's some serious swamp gas from Uranus. Also, if you think science is badass, let's
Is that
nerd
a
out
bit
over
on his channel?
together. This is according to Popular Mechanics, in an online session of the Russian Geographical Society last month. Shoigu, a close ally.
Wait, he read an ad, I think, as part of the article. The thing that said, like, do you think science is badass? He read that out loud, and I skipped that because it's not part of the article. It was an ad in between paragraphs. So he thought the ad banner was part of the thing. Okay.
I was wondering because he was like, "That's some serious swamp gas from Uranus," and I thought he was making like a fart joke.
I think he is making a fart joke.
But then he just kind of kept on
Yeah.
going on with the article.
I don't know. This triangle thing he's got over there, those are super expensive, by the way. If you've ever looked to buy the pyramid hats and stuff, they're very expensive.
Oh, I've seen those before. Aren't they supposed to like deflect like the mind control rays or
They
something?
can. Hold on. Oh wait, no, pyramid hats. Sorry, pyramid hats.
I just do like a pyramid head cosplay from Silent Hill. Would that work?
No. You gotta have their special one. Hold on, I gotta find it. Because they have hats that go, because they make them out of special things. They're like, oh, this hat's made out of gold, or it's gold plated. So they'll sell it to you for like $1,000, and it's probably like $20 worth of gold plating on there at best.
Yeah, I got an ad for like one of those Trump gold bars.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you just have to pay the shipping, which I didn't look. It was shipping was probably like $40
Yeah.
to ship something that big.
That big, and it's just plated, and the rest is tin or something.
Yeah, this is like something cheap.
Yeah.
And it didn't even look like Trump. I thought about looking at how much it was because it looked so bad. I was like, I don't want to give them any of my payment information. They're gonna charge me like every other week for like the maintenance on the gold thing or whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to like I won't even give Mike Lindell's new-ish website, Frank Speech. You can sign up, I guess, at this point, though I can't see anything past the front page because they want like a phone number, and I won't even give them my phone number. Like, I don't want those spam calls.
Yeah, I might try and use like a Google Voice number and see
Yeah.
if that'll work to just like validate.
Yeah.
Russian President Vladimir Putin said, hey, let's use DNA of 3,000-year-old Scythian warriors and bring them back to life to protect Mother Russia. Now, I'll give you a bit of history. The Scythian people originally came from modern-day Iran, according to modern archaeological reports and geological data. But this goes on to say were nomads who traveled around Eurasia between the 9th and 2nd centuries BC, building a powerful empire that endured for several centuries.
This guy has a weird inflection. You know what I mean? I'm on the internet, so let me talk like this. I've heard radio before, so I know how to talk to people.
It's very reminiscent of like Jeremy's I'm gonna read this in a funny voice and therefore you are debunked.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
My favorite is when Jeremy starts to read something in that voice and then he realizes it's on his side.
So then he stops, or awkwardly, or he tries to tone it down.
Because he doesn't pre-read any article he does for videos.
You know, I'm not going to say that what I do involves the most intensive research in the history of research, but I vaguely know what I'm going to be talking about before I do a thing usually, you know?
And at least we have the excuse of it's live.
Yeah.
So
Jeremy sits in
if
front of
we-
a camera for 10 or 20 minutes and he just bitches about stuff that he hasn't even read.
no, I looked at his channel and I realized what he does. He sits down for approximately an hour, records like 4 or 5 20-minute videos in just like one single stretch. Because if you notice, the first video of like the day, he starts off with like the full screen face cam, and every other one after that starts with like the overlay.
Gotcha.
And like I also realized if he's paying an editor, that editor is scamming him.
He is paying
So
an editor. The editor was actually at the January 6th let's call it a snafu at Congress. Someone tweeted me that because he has in his bio like that he is the editor for the Quartering, and it's been verified, and he was there, and he was posting videos of it.
Oh boy, yeah.
I find it so funny when Jeremy tries to be like, I'm not right wing, I'm left wing. No, you're not, dude.
God. He's so lazy.
Before finally being phased out by competitors. You know, McDonald's, Arby's. Ugh. So, the Dirty Clown. And because of Tuva's position in southern Siberia, you know, permafrost, there is a type of soil and turf that remains frozen, and where the Scythian warrior saga grows complex because they found somebody that was quite well preserved. So should they bring him back to life and make up a bunch of Scythian warriors? And why did they specifically pick the DNA from this warrior or this class of warriors? Is it because of their size? Is it because of their speed? Is it because of the data in their DNA? Is it the...
I feel like this would be like someone from Russia trying to decode why Donald Trump said we should inject bleach into us and trying to rationalize it. Like, it's just a crazy thing someone said that doesn't make any sense. You don't have to try and, like, explain it. He's just stupid. I would imagine the Russia defense minister is just a weird guy who heard about this and was like, oh yes, we are going to clone warriors from these ancient peoples for Mother Russia. Like, no. That's not a thing.
Yeah, and this guy's like, yeah, they must be serious. There's no way this guy could just be like, I don't know, like, maybe we could clone him? I don't know.
The thing I've noticed about conspiracy theorists is they have way more confidence in authority than normal people do. Like, he hears someone in authority say a thing, we're gonna clone ancient nomadic warriors, and he goes, wow, they're gonna clone ancient nomadic warriors, where a normal person goes, oh, that's a stupid thing to say.
Yeah, as long as they can kind of like twist it into their narrative of people are going to do weird, crazy things with science and bring back demons or whatever. They're like, oh, anything that... Like Peter. Peter does this all the time.
Yeah.
Where he'll, like... Anything he can fit into his narrative is true. Anything that he can't immediately fit into his narrative is a lie from the deep state.
Yeah. Like, he's getting... Did you see Peter's getting into Flat Earth? I shouldn't say getting into... He's peeking in the door, like,
I have seen some of that on your stream, and I think I agree with you. I think either by the end of this year, he's going to be a flat earther, or he's going to be, like, out of QAnon.
I'm so excited to see which one it is!
Blood of the gods. Now, the thing about DNA and genetics and genetic manipulation is there are many different types of programs out there now looking for like the ultimate DNA. And I think we can take this all the way back to...
That doesn't even mean anything. There's no such thing as the ultimate DNA. That's not how anything works.
No, you don't... This guy knows what he's talking about. I don't think you do. He knows about the ultimate DNA. Do you have the ultimate DNA?
I don't. My DNA's trash.
And I guess you don't know. Like, why else would they be trying to clone them unless they had, like, flawless DNA?
I guess that's true. They should test this guy. He has superior fashion sense, clearly. Alt Wrong Anon, thanks for subscribing for 2 months. Blood of the gods. Blood of the gods, indeed.
When the gods started messing with our genetics and tinkering with genetics and making their formulas of people, right? Like a cookbook almost, or like a laboratory, like growing something in a petri dish. So to me, it seems the more research that I've done, there are beings out there that have been playing God, goddess, been playing with our genetics for thousands of years, possibly longer.
Where did he come from with this? This was about the Russian defense minister talking about cloning, and now he's talking about some sort of extra intelligent something, demigod, someone, somewhere, altering human DNA? What?
Oh, Morimiko, this person's not talking about eugenics. They think, because this article they found about some Russian defense minister trying to clone super soldiers is somehow proof that there are gods, plural, who seem like they didn't make us, but they have since been playing with our genetics to turn us into whatever they want. And I guess that's how you got different ethnicities? Because it seems like he's saying they each have like their own group that they like tinker with.
Sanity awaits me. Thanks for subscribing for 2 months. Says, today I learned Peter is asking his followers to tell him what is true. And then there's another thing. Sorry. Nick says, like the anarchist's cookbook, except you can make actual anarchists with it.
Is that part of our DNA? You have the anarchist gene?
Yeah. I came out of the womb knowing how to make Molotov cocktails.
So Earth is essentially a DNA farm for the gods to refine and improve, to figure out specific points of interest. For some of them, it's like a game. For some of them, it's a serious job. So, Anunnaki, genetics of human. We have genetics from various planets, right? Like our DNA is connected to multiple planets.
Oh, good. He drew a diagram. That'll clear things up.
So,
Piece of printer paper.
Hey, you know, hey, don't knock that. I gotta look at this diagram that had to be drawn for, what was this? I think this was explaining vectors for a flat earther.
Oh yeah. I remember you were explaining forces or something.
Mm-hmm.
so I see the Anunnaki, the geneticists of humanity.
That's true. Baha drew that. Thank you, Baha.
Wait,
Not only
what's this
using
thing at the bottom where he has like Earth, EA, birth?
Earth, EA birth, C-Den.
C-Den, and then there's one thing below that.
I can't see what it says below that. Anunnaki, geneticists of human genetics. Oh god, he's a Ferengi. See, there's another reference you're not gonna get. DNA farm, safe station, frequency, something. Quantum synthetic I can't read that last word.
the
I think I know the Ferengi. They're like the ones who they're all men and they think...
They're not all men. They only allow men outside to do business. Women have to stay inside and they're not allowed to wear clothes.
Oh, yeah. Because I know that one from Bad Bunny.
geneticists of humanity, not only using corporations that obtain DNA of everybody to refine the process and come up with the perfect DNA, but if you look at like let me do a screen share with you here real quick. If you look at the handbags of the gods, have you ever seen how some of these tablets will show that the god, the goddess, the deity is holding what looks like a handbag? I'll give you a quick screen share here. Just type in Anunnaki handbag, and you'll see various sources, various times, various beings holding a almost identical bag in their hand. I've called this the Anunnaki lunchbox or the Anunnaki handbag.
I guess I would imagine there's probably, if you looked this up, some sort of cultural significance to that. I don't know what it would be, but I would imagine those who made these depictions would have an understanding of what this meant in terms of depicting these gods.
Yeah, I imagine it's something like, oh, they were like they were bringing something as like a gift to humanity, because that's how like a lot of like cultures believe we got like fire and stuff.
Let me look up Anunnaki handbag.
You can buy one on Amazon.
Here they are. Bucket and cone refers to twin attributes that are frequently held in the hands of winged genies depicted in art of Mesopotamia and within the context of ancient Mesopotamian religion, particularly in art from the Neo-Assyrian Empire and especially Assyrian palace reliefs from this period. Sometimes, however, only the bucket is held and the other hand is held up in what may be a blessing gesture. To a lesser degree, such images were also depicted in images from Neo-Sumerian Empire, Old Assyrian empires, Babylonian empires, and Middle Assyrian empires. Context. These objects are often displayed in association with a stylized tree before floral decorations, guardian figures, the king, and or his attendants, and open doorways or portals. The cone was apparently held up in the right hand, the bucket held hanging downwards in the left hand of the figure, which is almost always that of a winged genie or an animal-headed demon or monster, though not necessarily with the same negative connotations. Only very occasionally might these attributes be born of a fully human figure. As to the identity of the twin objects, the cone is generally recognized as a Turkish pine cone, common in Assyria, although the other common identifications suggest the male inflorescence of the date palm, or as a clay model imitating the form of one or the other. The bucket was presumably either of metal or basketry and is thought to have held either holy water or pollen or perhaps both. So there you go. It's like an object of religious significance. It was holy. It was holding holy water or like some sort of holy pollen stuff that probably priests or something would use, and so it gets put in these depictions of these holy figures.
Imagine being a priest with allergies.
That's how they weed out those who aren't worthy. Oh, you can't handle the holy pollen? You haven't been chosen by Asher or whoever the fuck.
It is the me, the DNA. That is my theory. It is the perfect DNA to create.
Usually I carry around perfect DNA in a purse. You just open the purse and it's just, there's the DNA.
Yeah, it's like a big thing. Just like one really large spaghetti noodle.
Yeah. Mike Mack says, I love the lore in Supernatural where one of the pagan goddesses of luck explained that God created the pagan gods in order for them to take the blame for bad things and for stories, but God got bored when his ego got big. I haven't seen Supernatural, so.
A society.
I have many a friend who did.
Pine cone, that's the pineal gland that connects you to source. You've got the pineal gland that connects you to source, and then you've got the DNA, the me, in the lunchbox in the handbag of the Anunnaki. So you've got this lower vibrational 3D third density system that will connect you to a higher level through the pineal gland to the light beam, and the intermediary is our geneticists, those that created us to achieve and experience the same things that they did. Some of them in the council have decided they have different opinions and different ideas what they want to do with us. So there's still conflicts of interest in these higher levels. Now, here's a prime example, Enki and Ninmah. This is an ancient Sumerian tablet that was translated. This one's translated by Oxford University. It's between 4,000 and 6,000 years old, and it describes a story far older of people being created by Enki and Ninmah. And it describes the...
So this is a religious story from ancient Sumeria that he is taking literally, or at least literally in the sense that he believes that it is talking about some sort of super beings creating human beings via genetic manipulation of some sort.
Yeah. And you have to vibrate to be able to, like, commune with them. So, like, if I just start doing this, do I, like, become more...
No, your frequency's way too low. You gotta...
Oh, do I need the Hawaii chair?
Yeah. Yep.
The problems along the way, the opportunities that they had, some of them they didn't make quite right, so they had to figure out what to do with them and what to figure out with their fates. And it's a very powerful story. Now, you can also read this. This is the double creation of mankind in Enki and Ninmah, Atrahasis. And this is an older book that it looks like you can pick up. This is from 1983. But this also describes the poetry and the Sumerian story and gods and the creation, mankind, the decreeing of fate, the prescription of work to mankind and their fates. And here
Did he just quote Mork from Mork and Mindy?
is some more information that you can pick up about Enki and Ninmah and the creation of mankind, the creation of humankind, and it becomes a contest as well. But let's go back to the story here and just read it for a moment. So I'll give you a couple of excerpts here. In those days when heaven and earth were created, in those years when the fates were determined, when the Anuna gods were born, when the goddesses were taken in marriage, when the goddesses were distributed in heaven and earth, when the goddesses became pregnant and gave birth, when the gods were obliged their food for their mills, the senior gods oversaw the work, while the minor gods were bearing the toil. The gods were digging the canals and piling up the silt in Herali. The gods dredging the clay began complaining about this.
I'm skipping over him reading this because that's boring.
Yeah. Apparently, we entered the Twilight Zone.
Why is he?
And they're just going on to say that they want to make this clone. Blah,
Is he
blah,
trying to
blah,
up his
blah.
production
It's
value?
like half the crap that they talk about, they're not even as up.
Is he just playing random sound effects now? Is that where we're at? We're just gonna start playing random. Sound like a seal.
I thought for a second somebody like did some weird dono thing that no one has done before. I was like, did I enable something in Streamlabs?
Up to date as we are, and they're writing these mainstream articles for mainstream news, and they're left in their closets half the time. Not always, but it's like they say stuff that you know isn't true. They just say it. And do you remember the show or the movie The Sixth Day? Came out in 2000. I mean, they had smart appliances. A lot of stuff you see in that movie we have regularly now.
Wow, can you imagine sci-fi technology becoming commonplace? It's almost like that's a pretty consistent theme throughout history, is people thinking of a thing in fiction and then someone else going, that's cool, I'm gonna make that for real, and then they do.
Wow. The Sixth Day, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Is that the one where he fights Satan?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen this.
Let me look.
Let me see. Satan. I don't see any mention of Satan on the Wikipedia page.
In the film, a family man of the future is illegally cloned by accident as part of a vast conspiracy involving a shady billionaire businessman and is thrust into a struggle to clear his name and to protect his family from the conspirators who seek to keep the cloning a secret. The title refers to the Christian Genesis creation narrative. Okay. I'm thinking of a different one where he fights like Satan or something.
Well, they also had cloned people and cloned dogs.
Logarth with a link to IMDb? What is this? End of Days. That's what I was thinking of. Oh god, I have so many tabs open. Where is it? There we go.
These like insta clones, and I think there could be a lot more nonfiction than science fiction in this film, and kind of like a soft disclosure.
When the government wants to tell you about their secret cloning programs, you know who they go to? Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they go, you want to be in a movie where we kind of admit we have clones, but we're not really going to admit it, we're just going to put it in a fictional movie in the hopes that some weirdo on the internet will figure it out in 20 years?
That's my favorite part about like people like this, and especially like Call does this all the time.
Yeah.
Where he'll be like, see, look, here's proof, and then he'll show like a scene from like Shrek. And they'll be like, see, look, Shrek is green. Shrek does this, and he turns Fiona into an ogre. And that's proof for that they're trying to make us all ugly beta males and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's a made-up movie. Someone just like, hey, this would be a funny idea.
In fairness, Shrek is my religion, so please take it more seriously. Making light of my religion is not okay. All
I'll take
hail
that into
our Lord and
consideration.
Savior, Shrek.
The Sixth Day, Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it. I'd definitely watch it if I was you, if you haven't seen it yet. But I'm also thinking about these CRISPR people that they're creating, and how now scientists are putting human cells in monkey embryos. You read about that, right? And then you've got synthetic embryos. The artificial embryos called blastoids could allow scientists to study early human development. Oh yeah, I'm sure they could do a lot more
I prefer Charizard. Bazing. Old enough to know better now. Thank you for subscribing for a year. Shrek is love,
Wow.
Shrek is life.
with that. And then you've got mini brains, pinhead-sized collections of several different types of human brain cells. Oh, they're used as a tool, allowing scientists to learn how the brain develops. They've even put these things in the space station, and they found what they believe to be consciousness, sentient beings, these little mini brains.
That's definitely not true. That's definitely not true.
No, he's got a popped collar. I think he knows what he's talking about.
That's fair. You're not allowed to do that unless you're right all the time. There's licensing for that stuff.
Yeah, and Quinn believes that you should worship Tim instead. Tim is the chicken that of the Mightiest Quinn's channel.
Oh, I'll consider it. In Shrekism, I get to listen to I Need a Hero on repeat every Sunday for 10 hours, so I'll take your offer, depending on what you have to offer me.
Okay.
You've got 3D printers. They had a 3D printer that printed up a bladder, so that they tell us about. In the future, we could see 3D printed beans, and it makes me think about if they did capture some grays from the Roswell crash, which I've got very high-level sources that said they did.
Who do you think his sources are? Yes.
4chan.
Oh, is this guy Doomcog secretly?
So, because they can 3D print synthetic versions of some organ, some less complex organs, they can. The next step is obviously printing a fully synthetic, self-aware being.
Yeah.
And then from there, I don't know where they go from that. To be honest,
Perfect DNA. Perfect DNA.
If it's capitalism, we're probably just gonna sell those people like Detroit Become Human.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're probably right.
And I've had people on the show that shared with us images that could very well be legit of these beings. And if they've had them for 70 years, think of the genetic experiments they could do, combined with the 23andMe, combined with
23andMe is the thing where you send in like a swab from your cheek, and they're like, here are all your relatives. Here's where your family's from, roughly.
Yeah, and actually, interesting fact, I learned about this from Jimmy Snow, Mr. Atheist, and a lot of those companies are owned by Mormons.
Yeah.
Because they use that to like baptize you, because you don't have to be there to be baptized as a Mormon.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Also, stuff like that gets sent to or can be accessed by the government, and that's been used to catch criminals because, like, someone's cousin did a test and it was put in a database, and their cousin was, like, a rapist or something, and they got DNA, and they're like, well, who's related to this person? And they were able to catch them.
That's wild.
Yeah.
finding that perfect DNA, and you are able to connect it to technology and to quantum computers and to the synthetic system, and connect it to the cloud and AI, and you integrate it all together, and you would harness the ultimate being. This is the future, and the future is now, folks. They've been doing this for a very long time, and now we're at a point where we can take all of these different mediums and create a single bipedal multi-dimensional being with the best DNA.
The best. I have the best DNA. Let me tell you, geneticists have looked at my DNA and they go, Don, you've got the best. It's amazing. Everyone is saying how good my DNA is, okay?
You get
It's
the-
basically it's good enough to be CNA, okay? None of this DNA stuff, okay? In school I got very good grades. They used to call me B-boy Don. I used to get all B's.
with DNA from different species, and you could make it connect to different dimensions and higher levels of consciousness and luminescence. And you could take the cloaking abilities of a chameleon, combine it with
Cloaking.
the best of the best in all the animals, integrate it into a human-like body, but then also use a artificial construct with metals and heavy alloys that would be much stronger in certain environments than the human body. And you could merge all this together, and then it could transform itself as needed. It could move.
He's describing Wolverine. He's describing the character Wolverine.
I was just gonna say, I feel like this guy's just watched a few too many sci-fi movies or
His favorite
weird
movie
action
is X-Men Origins Wolverine. True story. He doesn't like the new Deadpool movies because he doesn't feel that it's true to the character of Deadpool established in X-Men Origins Wolverine.
yeah, which is actually he nominated it for best documentary.
move into this different part of itself as needed, because it would all be integrated into a multi-dimensional process that would also be connected to a quantum system, so it could also use
Multi-dimensional quantum systems!
All the buzzwords.
the consciousness of biology connected to the consciousness of synthetic integrations. And I call this quantum synthetic integration, QSI, as you can see right here. So the problem is we've got this 440 hertz system, which is pretty much blanketing much of the planet, and that is limiting the DNA light antenna system. By changing that to a 432, you could become much more active and optimal. But you also must realize that you are far greater than any frequency that presents itself from an artificial technology, even if you are subdued within your mind and body at a very powerful level, meaning lost within yourself and not giving yourself the credit that you really deserve, because you do have a spark of divinity within you, and God gave you that to achieve your maximum level and to get back. This is an experience. This is a hero's journey, right? We're on the hero's journey. We're going from point A to Z.
The hero's journey means a very specific thing, and it's not this. The hero's journey is like Luke Skywalker heeds the call to adventure and sets out and learns things and saves the day. There's whole things about it. Lots of stories take the hero's journey. Your real life is not a fictional construct developed to understand narrative structure.
Yeah, unfortunately, your life does not have a story arc to it.
A to Z and back again. It's optimal, it's prime, it's exciting. Embrace it. And the moon itself, the more I think about the moon, the more and I've thought this for years, but it does seem that there's some type of connection with our soul and the moon.
Some type of connection. He hasn't quite figured that part out yet.
No, but he knows, okay?
But he's confident.
Soul goes in, soul goes out. Can't explain that. It's the moon. You just feel it. You look up at the moon and you feel things, and that's how you know it's connected to your soul.
See, that's what that cold energy is that the flat earthers talk about. It's actually like soul energy.
It's sucking energy from your soul, and it's creating a vacuum that is filled and it's cold. I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You have to once the moon comes out, you have to stay inside. You can't go out, or else your soul gets sucked.
Skooma Addict, thank you for subscribing for 7 months.
So I want you to keep that in mind. Like, with that being said, how do we go deeper with that? How do we use this knowledge if we do have like this soul connection with the moon, or this multi-layered? It's almost like a synthetic construct over our organic construct, which is trying to merge the two. It makes me think of resonance, right? So the human body is at about 7.83 hertz cycles per second. That's 7.83 cycles per second. And then something that would be detrimental to that is 7 hertz. That is considered very dangerous because it's so close to the 7.83 that it could cause that resonance to go into this disharmony and be at 7 hertz, which is not where it's supposed to be because it's so close, right? These different frequencies, they start to kind of level out and balance out. So,
What point?
where was I going with that?
Dude, I'll just get 5G, man.
Oh boy, he really likes unfunny sound effects. Oh no.
Shit, where was I going? Yeah, I remember where I was going with that. Let's take natural consciousness and now overlap it with something synthetic. You would have a merger of the two. Does the moon have some type of merging effect on our consciousness that adds or
Does he put these in
subtracts?
post, or
Yeah. This is like surreal. This almost feels like an experimental film about a conspiracy theorist. So strange.
Or
Like,
multiply?
I wasn't sure at first if he had like a stream deck.
Well, I just totally had a
thing.
5G moment right there, so...
No, a 5G moment would be if you were thinking very quickly, like, I got fast connections.
No, because the 5G is scrambling his brain waves.
Oh, I'm sure it's the 5G. I'm sure his brainwaves were completely fine before.
We'll have to get back on that. I don't even... Quantum synthetic
Quantum synthetic
Quantum synthetic intelligence.
quantum synthetic integration. Thank you everybody for watching. All right, everybody, I gotta say, you're amazing. We'll have to go back and get to that. Be excellent to each other and be the change you want to see.
What the fucking fuck?
I feel like I just took a tab of acid at the end there.
Oh,
It just kind of like it was a little wacky, but then at the end it just like a parabola. It just went
he has
straight up.
373,000 subscribers. Which is more than Jake and I have ever had on Hannah and Jake. I should have gotten into YouTube by spreading absolute bullshit. I would have been more successful. I'm 90% sure.
You know, my question is like, how many of those are like ironic, or like how many of them are legit?
It's a good question. It usually
I
helps
believe
to look
him.
at comments, but some of these channels are pretty good at like removing comments that are critical of them, so it's hard to tell. We gotta add a new button. It's like a subscribe. It's a subscribe but ironically button. So you know how you're doing. You ever get paranoid that people only watch you on the internet because they think you're a lol cow? Because I think that a lot. I wonder if people watch me
time.
because they just think I'm like hilarious, but not laughing with me, laughing at me.
Yeah, anytime my viewer count goes above like 15, I start to think, there's at least a couple of people here who are here just to mock me.
Yeah. That's the internet. What are you gonna do? Anyway, what shall we do next? Which of your video recommendations do you think sounds good to do next?
Let's see. I guess we can take a look at the people channeling aliens. I feel like that's it.
Okay. Is this like a collection of various different people doing this?
Yeah. So if
Okay.
you want, I don't know how you want to structure it, but like if you want, we can do like a couple and then come back to it. Or
Let's see. It's only 14 minutes long. We'll see how... Ugh, I'm sorry. We'll see how this goes. I've been tired all day. I'm sorry.
am I that boring?
No, I've been sleepy all day and I don't know what. Alright. People channeling aliens.
So I just wanted
Ooh, gotta turn that up.
to give you all channeling from the creators about all that's happening and what we can do about it. Okay, so here we go.
Look at how many... Can I just point out, like, if you look on the right there, you look over here on sort of the right, it looks like he has a shelf full of pills.
Yeah, I
Or,
don't know
like,
if the,
supplements or something. I don't know.
yeah, there might be supplements or like herbs and
If he's the kind of person who is comfortable channeling what he believes to be an alien being, he probably seems like the type of person to me where half his calories come from various supplements he's taking. Brain
And,
force.
after these first 10 seconds, it gets real wacky real fast. So prepare yourself.
I'm prepared. Bumble Homestead, thank you for gifting a sub.
Yeah.
That wasn't the voice I thought he was gonna use. Is this an alien that's all about boss babes? Yes.
It's K-Hive. The alien is K-Hive.
Yes. Yes.
He's adjusting the antennas.
Do you have a better way? Sorry. Not all of us can auto-calibrate. You gotta feel it out.
Is he doing this through dial-up?
One sec, someone says, content goldmine, these Q-pilled boomers can't figure out how to block comments. Yeah, I actually am blocked from this channel. Have you seen the Indoctrination channel on Twitch?
Yeah.
It's a full QAnon channel. I've been blocked from... I've been blocked from them. Let me just say that. Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt that.
You're good.
We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical entities who you might experience as pure consciousness. We are the creators.
Oh, the Angelic Initiative.
And we
method
love
is my
you
favorite.
very much.
That's
Okay,
true.
everybody. There it is.
Next, we
That's
are
it.
introduced to a woman who channels a spirit, calling itself Leah.
That's his message. We love you very much.
Where are you from?
I'm from Venus.
Now the interviewer asks the woman to exchange spirits and to channel another spirit that calls itself the Tibetan.
The Tibetan is like the alien version of a weeb that's obsessed with human culture, so came up with a name that, like, makes sense to them, because they're like, oh, Tibetan people are a thing? You know, human culture. And everyone's like, that doesn't really make sense. Shut up, I know all about human culture. Look at this samurai sword I got from Earth. And he points at it and it's like a claymore.
I am the Tibetan, and I have come during this time continuum to discuss with you the idea of...
Oh, the Tibetan's like a shock jock radio host. Hello and welcome to the Tibetan and the Badger. Today we're going to be looking at all the wacky news from around the country. Today we have, I don't know where I'm going with that bit. You get it. That's what
The SJWs are back at it again.
all these crazy
believe what they
SJWs are
want.
trying to tell us that the Martians deserve rights. Can you believe that?
Boing, 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 and they have like too many sound effects to use.
the only question in the universe. And that question is, what is? And the answer is, I am. That is all. I relinquish control to the entity, Leah.
Wait, does the Tibetan think humans have not come up with the philosophical concept of I think, therefore I am yet? We could have saved
No.
him a whole trip.
I think therefore I am is here. What is I am is the next level.
Oh, okay. This is like the verbal version of the monolith from 2001. All of our minds are about to expand in ways we can't believe.
There will be a race on this planet and throughout all galaxies. And the name of that race will be peace.
Hello Hello, everybody. I think somebody wants to come through today, so they were knocking on my head while I was driving, which was not okay. Anyway,
Oh God! Someone please take away this woman's driver's license. Oh no! Oh no!
It's okay. The aliens know how to drive.
To try today.
Anybody's only listening to the audio. This is not TOS violating.
Introduction, we are the Arcturians with you today.
The aliens speak in whale from Finding Nemo.
And they're named the Arcturians. So they're just like electric versions of like Garrus.
Music is an elixir of sorts.
Music is an elixir of sorts.
Everything in this is a cat.
I would like to say good morning to all you all. I am helping a fairy to bring in another group at this time. Hold on, please.
Yeah, I'm skipping this lady. This is full blown like this is just like that's she needs to be medicated. Oh no.
Excited about that. So
The
you've been
cat
channeling for
even had enough.
Yeah.
Jashar for
24 years.
24 years.
Oh, take a day to you this day of your time. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Okay, I think we've learned that basically all aliens are daytime radio talk show hosts.
This one seems to have a bit of a transatlantic accent.
This is a development I didn't expect.
So much for being here.
It is our pleasure always to co-create these transmissions with each and every one of you. We will extend to you at this timing our deepest appreciation for the co-creation of this link, and we bid each and every one of you, individually and all of you together collectively, a fond, exciting, passionate, and creative good day.
Thank you, Bashar.
Wait, did that alien spend the entirety of their time in that guy's body just saying thank you for allowing them to be in that guy's body? Guys, you gotta get to the point. Give us a solution for global warming or something. Like, what are you doing?
This is a common thread with these people. They show up, they say, hello, it is nice to meet you. We are here to communicate. That is all. And then they snap back into reality. And they're like, wow, wasn't that amazing?
It is amazing, okay? Not just anyone can say hi. Jeez. Bay Cop, thanks for 100 bits, says, a brother comes back with a sandwich and I find y'all listening to some LSD erotica. WTF. We're doing our best, okay?
Good.
How did it go?
Thank you. How are you? It was beautiful.
I'm fine, just I'm waking up.
No, and you're fine, right?
Oh yeah, when I kind of wake up, I'll
Okay.
be like waking up from a nap.
Right.
Sander comes. Sander talking with you.
Hello.
Sander talking with you now.
Greetings, my friend.
Welcome to you.
You channeling
mind if I
Santa?
speak to you for a few moments? We will reacclimatize. We are not used to this atmosphere. Better now. It is better now.
Greetings, everyone. Namaste. I have been guided
I don't know if you
to
want
bring
to
forth.
skip this one. I don't know if that's kid or...
I'm gonna just in case, because that's a pretty young looking person. I don't want to help spread an embarrassing thing a teenager does on the internet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Adults, though, totally.
Yeah, you, by the time you're this age, you should know better.
I am Mother Earth. Yes. Yes, my oceans are plagued with sickness. I am ill because of that. I am one you called. I am a female Bigfoot.
He's channeling a lady Bigfoot. Great.
Was somehow like linked to the planet and is like Mother Earth.
Fine. Fine.
Is this the Earth Mother that Jeff Holiday always talks to?
Yes, you should all go outside and hug a tree. Hug nature.
I'm just going to go into the channeling state and let whatever happens happen. Otserakaya otserake, ya otseraka anserakoya otseraki ya otseraka. Yes, we would like to be referred to as the word in your language. Inkada. There are a number of things.
Is that a word in our
that
language?
have
It is not.
happened. And several more things will happen. Yes, that is all.
Did she just say things will happen?
I'm talking.
So
she's not wrong.
We want you to sit back.
I mean, if you make vague enough predictions, no one can really call you out.
I have 100% track record with predictions. My prediction is, hold on, let me. Oh god. Sorry, it's all tangly. Tomorrow, you will experience weather.
My god. Here, I don't have any of my
Get
cool
more
glasses
props.
here. All my glasses are in the other room.
See, this is why I have more followers. I have more visual aids.
Damn, I guess you're right. I need more props. Oh wait, here we go. Found it there. They're a little dusty. I haven't worn them in. Okay, I'll give it a shot. You will experience media. There you go.
I don't believe you.
And to enjoy this Galactic Monthly channeling, we will connect you in one moment to entities from a star that most of you call Vega. One moment we will connect you. We are from...
Did they get put on hold?
Yeah, hey, these are long distances, okay? They're still using the operator system. There's an alien somewhere who's taking those old-timey wires and plugging them into the holes, you know? Whatever those used to do.
Oh no, the mightiest Quinn is trying to bring up the maid outfit.
Did you wear a maid outfit?
No, I told chat if they get me a raid of 500 people or more, I'll wear a maid outfit.
And did they?
I have not gotten it yet, so chat is getting ahead of themselves.
If I ever have more than 500 people, chat, remind me. 80 of blue with 100 bits says you're both in the pocket of big weather. Well, that's true. I'm in the pocket of anyone who will let me in their pocket, frankly.
In case you want to shame him, Handsomest Robot has arrived.
Okay, Handsomest Robot, I've been told that you apparently lust over John Doyle, and I'm disgusted on a visceral level, and you should feel bad, okay? Cool.
There we
Star
go.
that
You heard it
call
here.
Vega. Many humans throughout your history have called us vegans. We know this has a dualistic meaning for you.
Is Bad Bunny an alien?
Unfortunately, the aliens from the star Vega, which he also said we call Vega, but he didn't imply that the aliens call it Vega. However, those who live there are called vegans, which is confusing considering what vegan means in English. Also, it's a little weird that they're called vegans from Vega, considering that's the name of the star and not the planet. Like, we don't call ourselves Solarites. We call ourselves Earthlings or humans or whatever.
Well, see, their culture is different there. They base it on their star, not their planet.
And many joke
being really insensitive
of the
towards their culture.
voice
I know, I am. I'm a bastard.
that
You're gonna get
links
canceled.
the two kinds together. Now, my name is Hedron. It is a very simple name, but the name means nothing compared to my feelings about you. We are bringing forward one of the entities that represents the Sasquatch energy. One moment, we will...
The Sasquatch energy? What is with these people and mixing aliens and Bigfoot? They're not related. One
How
would
do you
be a
know that?
terrestrial
Have you talked to
phenomena.
Bigfoot?
What did you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I was saying, how do you know? Have you talked to Bigfoot?
I
you
have,
asked him?
actually. She's a very nice lady, okay? Don't besmirch the name of Bigfoot.
Connect to. So here it is. Here it is. The story of who. The story of why. The story of how. Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, skunk ape.
Yes, wonderful to have this opportunity to interact with you in this way once again as well. The Yahyel are hybrid children of Earth humans, and understand in that way. We think of you certainly as parents. We then are of another planetary location, and in that we actually have an origination of more than one planet. There are in that sense two planets, but we share Earth-human DNA. We are of another planetary location. Two, in fact, as I already mentioned.
Was that one of the plasma snakes you were talking about?
My dear, what we have here is simply unison between man and spirit, heart and head, and mind and body. And understand that you are no different than your father, your mother, your sister, your aunt, the baby that screams at the well for running water, or the aunt who crawls along the monastery knowing that the monks will not step on it. And we come to you on bended knee, saying thank you.
I'd like to tell you that I'm very happy that you're here. We're very happy to be here.
She greets an audience like this one in Denver, and then she leaves, changes her hair and her clothes, comes back, and goes into a trance. And finally, after several minutes, this 40-year-old woman says she has turned into a 35,000-year-old man.
Indeed.
The voice seems different, the face seems different. Supposedly she is now a he, Ramtha, or the Ram, as his followers call him. Now the story goes that Ramtha lived in the lost land of Atlantis, where he was a great warrior.
Why is this a local news story? Local woman is crazy. More at 11. Like, no, don't give this grifter airtime. What are you doing?
I mean, people know about it. She has an audience.
Ugh. I bet she got a bigger one after this report.
Exactly why I say people should stop debating destiny.
Bastard of them all. For I was the great conqueror, the Ram, that meant the god. And I slaughtered and hacked because I was a barbarian that was filled with anger and ignorance. Who needs to be worshipped? Indeed, you do. And who needs to save your hide? You do. And indeed,
Why does she have Trump hair now?
That may not sound especially profound, but true believers flock to hear it at $400 apiece.
Oh my god, it's $400 in the 80s, too. Oh, these idiots. What are they doing?
$100?
It's $1,500
See,
for
now
weekend.
you can watch the Hannah Reloaded or Altered Rin stream for free.
Or you could give us $400. Whichever.
I mean, I'm not opposed. If you would like to give either or both of us $400, that would be pretty poggers, as the kids might say.
And retreats. There are often so many people, the Ramtha organization can earn up to $200,000 for a single appearance.
Jesus Christ.
I'll drink to that.
Oh my god.
This is like, what's his name? Kenneth Copeland. Thank you for the follow. Nondescript, PHC, and everyone else who has followed. Was that a Jillian I saw?
It was. I'm trying to decide what my
boy.
pick is going to be next. $400 back then is $1,296 now. Yeah, that
Jesus.
sounds about right. Colston says, speaking of Destiny, did you see that he unintentionally helped rehabilitate Lauren Southern's image? Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I avoid everything Destiny, just because fuck that. But no, I didn't see that.
Handsomest Robot, thank you for the 400 biddies. That is, I would say that is sufficient. Thank you very much, Handsomest Robot. Jody Girl, thank you for the follow.
Okay, I'm going to run a quick poll. Chat, are we going to do... One sec. Are we going to do Flat Earth with CC? Or are we going to do Reptilians? Chat, it's up to you to
Mr.
decide.
PHC, thank you for gifting 5 Tier 1 subbies to Dragory Term, Mitchell Drummer, Tyrant Gorilla, Rainbow Sherbert Rattlesnake, and Public Loser. Thank you very much.
Vote in
I
the
do.
poll.
If we do CC, I have an interesting story
Okay.
about him that I don't know if I've mentioned on stream before.
I don't think you have.
I might have mentioned it in chat, but I don't think I've mentioned it on my stream.
Ooh, it keeps going back and forth. It's very close.
If I'm sure we'll do CC at some point, so I'll save it for if we get to it.
Wow, it is incredibly close.
Wow.
Reptilians is pulling ahead, although I accidentally typed
I'm-
Raptilians, which is infinitely funnier.
Thank you for the 200 bits, Mightiest Quinn. We started a hype train. Wowzers.
Wow. Way to get us shown up, chat. We haven't had a hype train today. You lazy bastards.
What can I say? What can I say? Over here at the Altered Rin stream, we just have a superior chat. And look at that.
Apparently-
Level 2?
Wow.
You know, chat, thank you for flexing on Hannah.
I feel very flexed on. Flat Earth is winning slightly with just we're just under rather halfway through the stream. Or halfway through
I was
the
just
poll.
about to say, I'm kind of upset that I have a story about CC, and that did not automatically pull him ahead in the polls. Porcelain Giant, thank you for the 100 biddies. Superior Possum Time, says Kate Genesis.
Sidosaurus with 100 bits says, no flex, we should say F the poll, watch Jillian instead. Gotta respect democracy, Sidosaurus. Or at least bribe me with more bits than that.
I may not. I'm corrupt, but I'm an expensive corrupt leader. Handsman's Robot, thank you for the 100 biddies, and said Hannah said she was disgusted by me, so I had to deflect. So.
Adia Blue with 1,000 bits says, "This enough for Jillian?" Whichever wins this one, we will do, and then if we get the time to flip back to me, then we'll do Jillian. Okay?
We can do Jillian after.
Flat Earth wins by only 9 votes.
Wow.
For the record, that took... Someone spent 20,000 channel points to get extra votes on that. Jesus.
The Mightiest Quinn gave 100 biddies and says we should have a hype train battle, which I don't know how fair that would be, because I imagine my difficulty is set to lower than yours.
Probably.
And I only have...
My chat isn't doing hype train stuff today anyway.
As 15 people, I imagine we did have a hype train battle. Just based on sheer numbers, he would stomp me into the dust.
Alright, Flat Earth won. So let's see. Oh, also, Adia Blue, congrats on the 5K bits badge. Enough for a badge, neat.
So, before we start, I would like to share my Chris from Westchester.
Please do. Sidosaurus, thanks for 300 bits. Sorry. Go ahead.
I go to... Where my college is near where CC lives.
Okay.
And when I first saw him, he looked familiar. And I thought, okay, maybe I'd just seen him on a Flat Earther channel before, because I've been watching Flat Earth channels for a while. But then I sent a video. I mentioned him in a class, and I sent a video just to show them what I was talking about. And they said he looked familiar.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you said he works transportation.
Yeah, I think he from what I understand, he drives a van that is wheelchair accessible, and I think he picks up people from different places and drives them around.
So, my school has a shuttle bus that will go into the nearby city, and it's free with your student ID.
Yeah.
And I think he might have driven that at one point.
That would make sense.
So I may have met CC at one point unknowingly.
Honestly, I'm jealous. I want to meet CC. I want to have a discussion with this dude because he's so wrong about everything.
My voice cracked there. I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab a drink.
Okay.
Because I'm out of iced tea.
Sure. I'll entertain the people while you're gone.
Be entertaining.
I'll do my best.
Don't burn down chat while I'm gone.
I haven't been able to be entertaining so far, but I can give it a shot.
I should probably wait, even though there's only 17 seconds left. I will stay just in case the hype train progresses, because, we're that cool over at the Ultimate Industry.
Must be nice having a hype train. Ooh. Look at me, I have a hype train.
Well, you have cats, and I don't have any pets, so you have that advantage.
I suppose.
Right, the hype train is finished.
Okay. While we're waiting, let's watch CC get yelled at by his wife again. We've seen this clip many times, but it's always worth watching.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Well, same day, same time. This is not to scale, of course. When I grew up, the solar system was stationary.
Alright, honey, come on.
The sun was standing.
Why don't you stop this bullshit?
I love it. Can you give me 5 minutes?
No, you've had it all morning, and I'm just freezing, and I'm hungry, and I'm trying to stop cleaning the house.
We actually did start a hype train! We did it! Mightiest Quinn with 100 bits says, I have spare bits. Love from Rin's hype train. Thank you. 99% of level 1 on the hype train. Jody Girl 78 with 100 bits. Okay, so what's funny to me about that video, outside of the obvious, his wife yelling at him and calling him an idiot, Doodlebird with 60 says, "Oh yeah, hype," and Sidosaurus with another 50 bits. Thank you. What's funny to me about that is not only does he claim... Not only does his wife yell at him, but he claims falsely that when he was a kid, the universe was taught to him, or the solar system was taught to him as being stationary, when it's not. We've known that the solar system, like, goes around the galaxy because we're like a spiral arm galaxy. We've known that for a really long time. So it's just funny to me that he's basically admitting that he didn't pay any attention in school, and he thinks that that's a gotcha. Like, haha! I wasn't paying any attention, therefore flat earth. 80 a blue, thank you for gifting a sub. Papa-san1 with 100 bits says, bits to support the review of CC. Mr. Lurker, thanks for gifting a sub. Highly and Derp with 45 bits says, using the last of my bits to join the hype train. Sidosaurus, thank you for gifting a sub. A Colston with 20 bits says, CC is like a flat earther Tony Soprano, and his wife is a more grouchy Carmela. I've only seen like the first 2 episodes of The Sopranos. Keirthin, thanks for 100 bits. Pyromancer 56, thanks for 100 bits. We're doing it. 12% to level 3. What other CC crap can we take a look at? I know he had shorts at one point. I don't know if he still does. Let me see if I can search his videos and find shorts. Shorts. 80 a blue with 100 bits says, every time I don't know, you say my new name, I am trans, euphoria for bits. Well, I'm glad. Pyromancer 56, thanks for 100 bits, and someone does a hydrate. 17% to level 3. Where are the shorts? I know he recently did shorts videos. Let me try and do the hashtag shorts. That's not super helpful, but nonetheless, I guess we'll find something to watch. Why am I singing? I don't know. Flat Earth Interview Fail is the name of this one.
Sorry. So we landed on the moon with this right here.
Frizerburn, thanks for the 100 bits, says, hype train, choo choo.
And the Range Rover was connected to that. What looks like a Walmart shopping list. It's pathetic. I mean, it really is sad. This is the American flag. So, okay, and here's Neil Armstrong.
I have a question. Does CC just carry around a folder of photos from the Apollo missions that he shows random clerks and stuff at gas stations?
At a random gas station.
Yeah. 22% of level 3. Sidosaurus, thanks for 300 bits. See, I got a hype train too. Suck it!
Wow. And you beat me in the hype train? We only got to a level 2.
Get on my level. Sidosaurus says, CC makes me so sad, but he's so wrong. I'm conflicted. I can feel bad and also recognize someone's an idiot. Like, that dude thinks he's smarter than everyone. It's very funny. One Chubba Hubba with 200 bits says, I love kitties.
1969. Yeah, oh, of course. Oh, well then, these 2 young women...
Move on, Jenkins, thank you for the 300 bits.
You might want to know about this too.
Excuse me, sir.
Comrade Devin with 100, as if minimum wage labor wasn't bad enough.
Hello?
Yes.
Don't make a picture. I don't like it.
Oh, okay, alright, we won't make a video.
Don't you love it when you're harassing people in public about the fact that you think the Earth isn't round, and they're all like, hey, could you just, like, not record me?
The
That'd
mightiest
be great.
Quinn is now the mightiest traitor. The mightiest Quinn gave Hannah bits. And Hannah didn't even know who Tim was. What kind of...
You know, sometimes I'm just so charismatic, people want to give me their bits. That's what happens. Quilt the Queer, thanks for 20 bits. Baja says the kitties are doing incredible, by the way, both in the same room snoozing. Oh, that's good.
Make sure to give them head pats when you can for me.
We will. 80 a Blue says, who doesn't want to give Hannah their bits, right? You're weird if you don't. We only have 30 seconds or so left in the hype train, and then we'll do the CC video. The main one.
Maybe inappropriate for some users.
Old enough to know better now. Thank you for gifting a sub. One Chubba Hubba. Thanks for 100 bits. Made it to, looks like 70% of the level 3 hype train. Pretty darn good. Thank you, everyone. So let's... We beat Rin. That's all I cared about.
Oh. I bring all these alien wing nuts, and this is the thanks I get.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge dick. Citosaurus with 50 bits. Okay, let me see where his news video is. Now, without further ado, let's check out Chris's newest video.
What's the title?
The title is Magnetic Personality on Our Flat Earth.
Personality.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's 5/14/21. Getting into the good weather now, guys. That's right. Because the CDC has now, if you've gotten the vax, lifted the muzzle.
It frustrates me to no end when these anti-vaxxer idiots will call a mask a muzzle as if medical professionals haven't been wearing them for a fucking century.
Yeah, like, once we kind of understood germ theory, we were like, oh, we should cover our mouths when, like, people are sick.
Like, do they...
And,
do they understand... Oh, sorry, I keep trying to talk over you. I apologize.
There's a delay, you're good. I don't know if you mentioned this or what stream I said, but, saw someone was saying that, I think it might have been Matt Dillahunty, was saying that this year, flu cases and flu deaths were way down because people were wearing masks.
Yep.
Like, I think normally there are like 5,000 flu deaths in a year. And I forget exactly what the number he said this was, but it was way lower.
Yeah,
because
which is why I think people should continue to wear masks during flu season. They don't have to, I guess, but, like, I'm gonna start wearing them and stuff. Like, why not? Why wouldn't I do that? It's convenient. It hides my face, which I kind of like. I'm not a big fan of my face.
Oh, yeah, same. Like,
So-
I'm sure you felt the same way about this. Like, if you, like, if you forgot to shave that day or something.
Yeah,
you
it's like, yeah, fuck
a little
it.
bit of
I'm wearing
trouble
a
with,
thing
like,
anyway.
it's like, oh, now I just get to cover it up.
Yeah.
You know, let's just quickly look back. Let's look back. You remember the really heavy set guy with the I-95 muzzle on his face? I'll tell you, you know, and I just thought of this.
95?
I don't
The
even
interstate?
I don't know what he's talking about, but I find it a little ironic, him saying heavy set. I don't comment on people's looks. I'm really not. I don't like doing that, but, like, does Chris think he's in really good shape? He's not, like, I don't think he's obese or anything, but, like, he's not svelte. Let's put it that way.
He's not the picture of perfect health.
Sure.
Like, I'm not either, but...
Oh, no, I look at me. I get it, but, like, I also wouldn't look at someone else and be like, you know, that overweight person. Like, Jesus Christ, Chris, chill out.
Also, like, it's N95. The I-95 is a road.
Mm-hmm.
They should have come up with the alien thing. You know, with the big thing, because it looked like a big suction cup on his mouth. His skin was, like, flapped over, and his fucking muzzle's inside of his... They should have done the alien thing with the mask, and had the little, the arms around it on his head. That would look great. Wonderful.
I wonder if there is actually, like, a xenomorph mask. Hold on.
I was actually just thinking, I was like, that would be really cool. I'd buy that.
Oh yeah, they do. That's honestly pretty cool. Here it is. $14.99, better than I thought, although some of these look like they're maybe from like shitty drop shipping companies.
Yeah, they look like more like Halloween than like...
The prices are all over the place. Here's an Etsy link at least. Kinda neat.
Yeah, I just have like a one that has like little like corgis on it.
I have one it's got like sort of abstract images that maybe look like trees on it. Baha gave it to me because a person that she works with made them, and gave me an extra one, so that's nice.
Okay, so they've lifted the ban for only vax people. Now, this is where it gets better. Okay, how are they going? We had the mask ambassadors, all right, and you know how well they.
Is this video just going to be him being like, well, how are they going to know if I'm vaccinated? Well, Chris, they're not going to, probably, although many businesses might ask. But, like, yeah, it's pretty much an honor system thing. Just don't be a dick.
There's nothing on the back of it. I don't think I can show the front of this, but
yeah,
the other card. Also, I'll show my wallet here for a second. I'm gonna rant for a second about this because this infuriates me. The size of these vaccination cards.
Yeah.
What's the deal with this?
Yeah, that was a bad call. If they want people to take them around with them, they should have probably made them more compact. If they could have made them business card sized, and even, like, I guess you can't laminate them because every pharmacy in the country isn't going to get a lamination machine, but, like, that would have been great if they could have gotten them business card sized. People would carry them around more. I have mine in my wallet, too, but, like, it's a bit big.
Sticks out.
Yeah.
They were treated. Now we're going to have the VAX ambassadors, okay? The VAX ambassador. The VAX ambassador is going to be the guy in the front of... They were like bouncers that we used to have in the nightclubs, you know, back...
They still have bouncers in nightclub, CC. You're just old.
In the day,
yeah,
when we had nightclubs, I don't even think they exist anymore.
They do.
They do. Yeah.
I have not been to one, but I know friends who do.
Chris never really mastered object permanence, so if he hasn't seen a thing in like 30 years, he's not quite sure if it still exists.
I used to hate going there. I was like, why the fuck do you want to go to a nightclub and dance? I never really understood the concept. You go meet women. I'm like, you're not going to meet a woman here. She's going to be all drunk. Forget it. Look. Anyway, so we're going to have the VAX ambassadors out there. And this person's going to be in front of every single restaurant.
Is Chris that meme? I don't know if you've seen it, where it shows like it's like a drawing and it like shows the party, and there's the one guy like standing in the corner. It says, it's like, no one knows the Earth is flat.
Yes, that's him. Although in real life, he would definitely be the guy at the party who's like, by the way, let me tell you about flat Earth. It's worse than the guy who brings a guitar and plays Freebird. He's the guy that brings a bunch of pictures of Apollo 11 and is like, let me point out where this is all fake.
But he's like standing near the drink, so you can't like avoid him.
Yeah, he's got to station up somewhere where people have to interact with him. Even his wife doesn't want to deal with him.
Yeah, I saw you pull up that video. That's gold.
Ya boy Shamoy, thanks for subscribing for 5 months, and 80 Blue with 100 says, no one here knows how to cook eggs. Did you see the other day he did just like a cooking video?
Yeah, I think I saw you watching that.
But it was still like titled like something on our flat Earth, so I got like mostly through the video. I'm like, this is just him cooking eggs. What does this have to do with anything?
Not even like a fancy omelet or anything. He was making hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah. And he was just complaining about how people overcook their hard-boiled eggs, which is, I don't disagree, but like...
Fair, yeah. Some people overcook them.
Yeah.
But like...
Of course, it's going to be...
Put them in for a couple minutes, take them out, you put them in cold water, and then you put them in the fridge.
Yeah.
That's choice of the owner in order to have one of these people. And they're going to check your ID. Are you good with that?
Yes.
Is he not okay with getting like ID'd at a club? Like when
I
you go to
guess.
buy, like I know it's probably been quite a while since he has been ID'd, but when you, I don't know if you still get this, but occasionally when I go to purchase alcohol, they'll be like, "Let me see your ID." And I imagine it's the same when you go into a club. They'll be like, "All right, we ID you at the door, so that way anyone inside,
Yeah.
they don't have to fuck around at the bar and make people wait longer."
The standard at most places I've seen, because they have signs, is like, if you look under 40, we're gonna ID you. So it just depends.
Are you fine with that? I guess you must be. You know, everybody seems to be fine with everything nowadays. You can pretty much tell them anything because it was new science that discovered this. The CDC's
New science?
No, because they're under pressure at this point. People are getting the vax left and right. People are getting sick and tired of wearing fucking face masks.
Yeah, it's been a long time. This is what these people don't get. Do they understand that we also recognize, while I do sort of like the anonymity and being able to wear something over my face? Like, I get it. Face masks are a little annoying. But, like, it's an inconvenience that you deal with for public health reasons. Jesus Christ.
And these people don't realize that, like, you can get the vaccine and then you can just go back to normal for the most part.
Right? Like, this is the point. This is what we were waiting for. This is literally the point we were waiting for, was something like a vaccine to come along so we didn't have to worry quite so much once you get it.
Yeah, like, next week, at some point, my friends are going to meet up at one of our houses nearby, and we're going to have a little party.
Sure.
We haven't seen each other in, like, most of us haven't seen each other in, like, a year.
Yeah, that's cool.
And we're going to hang out, probably get drunk, but, you know, do stupid things. We're 20-year-olds, or 22, 23-ish.
Stay hydrated.
We will. We are pretty smart.
And they're finally waking up. Not to flat Earth, but at least to this. You know? See, the thing is when the CDC comes out with something and then they implement all these laws, and when you don't roll back the law, that's when people start getting pissed off, okay?
What? But they are!
You never listened to it in the first place.
You're literally reporting on the fact that after... Hold on. You're literally reporting on the fact that after people are getting the vaccination, they are rolling back the requirements. You stupid person.
And now them rolling it back is evidence that it was pointless from the beginning, but they're never going to roll it back because they want to control you. And it's like this weird circular logic that but there's still like a chunk missing out of the circle, so it's like circular logic but with like the letter C.
The problem is, for the past year, like, they've been saying, like, they're never gonna lift these mandates, and now they are, because people are actually getting the vaccine and stuff, and they're like, well, now it's because we were talking about it all year. Like, no, you
They're
actively
listening to us. They know we're on to them.
Like, no, you guys drew this out longer than it had to. You fucking idiots. Admiral Owl, thank you for subscribing for 10 months.
And I don't know if you heard about this, but a lot of these people are upset at the CDC because they didn't really misreport on the numbers. They just kind of changed how they said them.
Okay.
Because I think like outdoor transmissions were responsible for about like 1 or 2% of cases, because it doesn't transmit very well outdoors because it's open air.
The air is circulating much quicker and you're further away from people typically, and
yeah. And so, but they described it as under 10% of cases were transmitted outdoors. So
sure.
It's like, still technically not lying, but
they were giving a wide margin of error considering they probably had a lack of data at the time.
And Matt was saying that it was also probably because if they give the real numbers, which seem very low, these people will be like, it's nothing. I don't have to wear a mask outdoors. I can do whatever I want. Blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
And it's ridiculous.
People are dumb.
That is true.
And that's exactly what the CDC has done, is they've implemented all these laws, but they're not rolling any of them back, when meanwhile, millions of people are getting vaxxed, millions of people are becoming a magnetic personality. Oh, you know where I'm going with this one, huh?
I don't know where he's going with this one.
That's right.
Heard of, like, psychic, like, vampires being, like, a thing, like, people say, like, oh, like, this person's, like, a drain on you mentally.
Okay.
Like, I've heard that term, but a magnetic personality, like, somebody who's, like, charismatic and pulls other people towards them.
Yeah. Is the 5G gonna give me powers to make people like me? Finally.
That would be the dream.
Test. It's the magnet challenge. The next person you see that gets a vax, and I have quite a few of them because we bring them to certain places and they get the vax immediately. Take that magnet. It has to be a rare earth magnet, and it's not really rare. You can just go into a hardware store. It's a cylinder-shaped magnet. It's very powerful. It's the most powerful magnet you can get on the market. Not the one that NASA has, though. No. NASA has special stuff in there.
What is he talking about?
Hold on. Does he think that the vaccine makes you magnetic, like physically magnetic?
Hold on, I'm gonna have to go get a fridge magnet. 1 sec. Let me go.
I have one right here. I actually have one. I have like a clip bag chip. Oh wow! So now I get to be like alone with Hannah's chat. Hello, chat. It is me, Altered Twin. Everyone. I don't know. What can we prank Hannah with? Everyone, spam some lupines in the chat and make her think that lupine walked in. Don't say anything.
Okay, so this is a magnet for the record. Like, it sticks. Look at.
I have one that here's this magnetic. Yeah, see, it's an earring. Got it. All right. Now let's find out. Are any of us?
I'm magnetic. I stuck it to it'll.
Is my
fall
nose
off.
ring? My nose ring is not magnetic.
Seriously though, if you just falls off. Because I'm not ferromagnetic.
Here,
but
I'll
you
even
can
put
if
it
you
where I
hold
got
something
my
to you for a
vaccine.
while, you can make it work.
Oh my god, that's where I got my vaccine. And he was right.
Woo! Nope, didn't work for me. Mine's broken. Sorry, Bill Gates.
I think did you get your vaccine in your forehead?
I did.
Maybe
I told them just shoot me right in the head, and they did, and that's why it sticks here. It's definitely not just because I'm pressing it there for a long time. Yep.
definitely not just like a tiny bit of sweat forming under there that'll help it adhere. It's for the microchip.
I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So go out and get yourself a couple of them. As a matter of fact, you might want to stock up on them, because the minute this word gets out and they can't think of how to debunk this, people are going to be running around like madmen buying these little magnets and saying, wait a minute, it sticks. Is that all right? Should I be worried? I don't know. I told you not to take it.
Why does he think that, like, people are magnetic now? Where is he getting this fake information from? Like, legitimately, I'm wondering where he's getting this idea.
I haven't even heard this before from, like, other anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I told you not to fool around with something you don't know anything. Okay, but if you really feel like you should, then take the vax, because it's good for you, okay?
Are you guys... Hold on, my chat was spamming me lupines, and then they said Operation Failed. Did you want me to get lupine? Was that the point of all the spams?
I thought you were gonna. I was trying to come up with something to do to prank you while you were gone, and I thought, oh, what if we trick Hannah into thinking lupine was in the room, and then you would go around looking for lupine to find out she wasn't there.
Joke's on all of you. I heard the cats fighting a minute ago, so I knew she wasn't in the room.
Actually, it's a mysterious lupine clone that was made from the superior DNA.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll take superior lupine. Maybe she'll actually get along with her sister.
So Tesla, I don't know. I haven't heard much going on with Tesla except batteries now. As a matter of fact, I have one behind me right now. Isn't that great? They're all over the roads. Well, you know what? In New York, we have a Tesla dealership. It's in Mount Kisco. And there's another, I think there's another one somewhere else. But they can't actually buy the car from the dealership. It's weird for some reason or another. I don't think they can actually purchase the
dealerships are weird.
The car has to be like delivered to them or something. I don't know.
I think they call them showrooms technically because it isn't because it's just to like show you the car. You don't buy them directly from them.
You can test drive like the model they have there.
Yeah.
But or they have a separate model in like the garage because a lot of times the model will be like on the second floor of like a build.
So they have like a showroom one that you can look at the interior of and look at in the showroom, and then they have one you can test drive. You hear something?
It might have just been something. It might just be like a stick or something on the road.
Gotcha. Don't get murdered. Not on stream, at least. That's TOS.
Well, I'm sure you can clip it and make big bucks off of it.
I can salvage this stream. The rest of it will go on YouTube, and then the murder part will go on Live Leak. There you go.
If I get murdered on stream, Hannah can have any revenue from the clip.
Yes!
Who cares? Who the fuck cares? I mean, the car is ridiculous. It takes more to build that car than it does to build a gas engine car. I mean, really, it's ridiculous. And then these politicians want us to go to electric cars. Yeah, sure. Oh, well then, do you have $150,000?
Not because they're cheaper to build.
Like it. Sure, I'll go with an electric car. Go out and buy me one, you fucking idiots. These freaking politicians, I've had it with these politicians. They don't know what the hell's going on. These puppets.
And you do?
He does. He's said before, he's one of the smartest people on Earth. If this man doesn't know how to save us, then we are doomed.
He can't save us. We're already magnetic.
Puppets. Sometimes they just get so annoyed. They say one thing and they say this and they say that. And it's like a debacle. These fucking people. And where's Waldo? Where's Biden? Biden? Hey, Biden, where are you? Are you ever going to come back out and talk to us?
That's been a meme lately. I don't like. Did people get confused because Trump was ranting on Twitter constantly and assume that's how like presidents are supposed to be? And I'm not even like a Biden fan or anything, but like the dude is like doing shit.
Didn't he like say some shit about like Israel recently?
Yeah, did he respond to it yet? I thought he did.
He said, Israel, you're okay, which is the incorrect opinion.
Yeah.
In case you are in chat and you think otherwise.
Sure.
Sorry, you're wrong.
Anyway.
That's good. You elected him. Congratulations. You just got a puppet for a president who is nowhere to be found. That's great, guys. Wonderful. How many speeches has he made? One. And it was a disaster.
What speech is he talking about?
No, it's
like the first 100 days?
Yeah, he's talking about his 100-day one.
That was like what, like a week or two ago?
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
And when I know it seemed fine.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Average.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh man, just the clips here and there. Okay, anyway. So what's Tesla doing now? I don't know. Are they still going to Mars? Everybody says yes, they're going to Mars. Rah rah rah. Do you realize where he gets his parts from? He gets his parts from fucking NASA, for crying out loud. Do you?
He's a SpaceX is a contractor for NASA, so NASA pays SpaceX and they develop and engineer solutions. So no, it's kind of the opposite of that.
Yeah. SpaceX builds the rockets.
Yeah.
And SpaceX is not Tesla.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk started neither of them. NASA pays SpaceX to use their rockets because they are more efficient because they can land themselves and then they can reuse the part.
Yeah.
So they don't just fall into the ocean, never to be seen again.
Pyromancer says, I don't know what I'm doing is probably the most true thing he's ever said. Sure.
You think he has any rocket scientists there? No. No.
Do I think there's rocket scientists working at SpaceX? Yes. Yes, I do. I
would hope so.
That would be an oversight, wouldn't it? I'd honestly be impressed if they're just like, yeah, we didn't have any rocket scientists, so we just got like our D&D group together and we made these rockets and they land on barges. We don't know how we did it. But
they rolled a nat 20.
All of his parts are coming shipped directly from NASA. He works with NASA. NASA works with him. I mean, NASA wouldn't let anybody up in the skies unless there was some kind of affiliation with NASA. Don't you understand that?
Does Chris know that there are space programs outside of the United States? Because, like, there are other space programs. There was just a launch of a rocket from China, and that was in the news because they were doing one of those blind descents where they didn't know where one of the stages of the rockets was going to go, and it ended up landing in the Indian Ocean. The point is that there are other countries that have space programs. NASA isn't the king of space.
And prior to SpaceX, we were using Russia's space program.
Yeah.
Because it was easier to just send astronauts over there and then have all of them launch up on the Russian rocket.
India also sent something in the past like 3 or 4 years. I don't remember what it was. It was either, I think they were trying to send something to Mars, maybe. I think Israel also had something with their space program. Like, other countries have space programs.
We're just one of the larger ones.
Yeah.
Doesn't that? So no corporation ever could build any rocket at all whatsoever and go.
His citation for that is his feelings.
Into space because there is no space. Just like you can't go down to Antarctica and you can't run around
I forgot. Space wasn't real. That's why.
Space isn't real. And he thinks
the reason there are no space programs is because space isn't real.
Of course, obviously.
And go see the ice wall. Whether it's ice, I don't know. Whether it's glass, who knows?
Oh, now he doesn't even know if the Antarctic ice wall that the flat earthers believe in is actual ice or if it's made of glass. Cool. Cool. You good?
I'll be honest, I completely forgot this was a flat earth video because he was like, yeah, and the vaccines are going to make you magnetic, and then SpaceX buys their parts from NASA, and Teslas are part of a conspiracy because they cost more to build, and the government should buy me a Tesla, and the dealerships are kind of different than normal dealerships, so like that's kind of weird. And he's like, yeah, and space is fake.
Yeah, it's scatterbrained. It's all over the place. This is just his drive every day. He's just got to verbalize all those weird random thoughts.
Probably made of a type of material we'll never understand. Okay? We bombed it for I don't know how many years, 10 years I think we were throwing these atomic bombs up there and trying to blast through it, which by the way, if we did, wouldn't that have killed all of us? See how psychotic these people are?
I think he's referencing when the US and Russia during the Cold War were doing various nuke tests by like sending nuclear weapons up and exploding them. I guess he thinks that should have killed all of us, which is actually an interesting story. When the first nuclear weapons were tested, the scientists weren't sure if it was going to ignite the atmosphere. And they were just like, I don't know, maybe this will kill everything on the planet. Let's find out. It didn't. What a bummer.
So he doesn't know what's on the other side of the firmament.
No.
Maybe that's like, it's like the purest air ever, and like that's how we like. Maybe we can like. Isn't it Nathan who believes that there are like other flat Earths like stacked next to ours?
I don't remember who specifically believes that. I know that's a common belief amongst flat earthers, though, is that like we're in the centermost one, but then there are other ones on the outside.
Why are we in the centermost one?
Because we're the most important, okay? Obviously.
It's because we have amazing Twitch streamers like Hannah Reloaded here that we are the most important.
Yep. You're welcome, universe.
I mean, really. But no, the creator wouldn't have anything up there that would be a threat, you know? And the minute we are a threat, nighty-night! We're not quite a threat to the creator yet to try to get to anywhere we need to go. No, I think that the people, they are happy with just the way we are and try to keep this a secret as long as they can. Okay? As long as
so
they
nukes aren't a threat.
It's Friday,
but
I'd like to give you something to think
a
about.
big building is a threat to the creator.
Yeah. See, God looks at a building and he goes, fuck that building. He looks at a bomb and goes, that's pretty rad. People can use that to murder each other. God really likes when people die. I've read the Old Testament, believe me. That's like his main thing that he's into, is the smell of burning bodies.
Is there a believed height for the Tower of Babel?
You know, that's a good question. I don't know if there's like a consensus or anything. Height of the Tower of Babel. Let me see. The Book of Jubilees, which I'm not familiar with, mentions the tower's height as being 5,433 cubits and 2 palms, or 2,484 meters, or 8,150 square feet. 1.6 miles high.
Okay, because I was wondering, like, how close is that
Let me see what
that
the
building?
tallest...
I think it's in Dubai.
Let me see what the tallest building in the world is.
Yes.
The tallest is in the 2000s range. Hold on. This list just said something.
Tom Cruise was on the side of that building.
2,717 feet. So we got a bit to go.
Okay, so we're getting close.
Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Where did that video go? There it is. Wait, no. There we go.
You know what's funny? I had the pleasure of driving on one of these highways that are really high up. It's on 684. And you're at a high altitude, almost like you're up in the mountains. And yesterday were fair weather clouds. Believe it or not, we didn't really have any chemtrails yesterday. And, you know, you're looking at the sun, which obviously is a projection.
He doesn't just believe like a couple conspiracy it all gets shoveled in.
I think he doesn't believe in QAnon, so he's missing the big one. He's missing the big one that's current. I guess I shouldn't say QAnon was probably bigger a year and a half ago or so, but like,
yeah, I think it's still losing steam.
It's still pretty big today.
Because that's the only way you can get this. And you're looking at the shadows of the clouds. And then when I'm looking at the cloud and I'm looking at the shadow of the cloud on the ground, moving very slowly, by the way, they are the same size. What? How could that fucking be? Anything that you put in front of a light should be 5 times the size of it. Just like the solar eclipse, right? No, don't worry. It's only 70 miles. Oh, but it's refraction and reflection is causing a small shadow rather than this huge shadow. Just like you put a little army man right there. He's about 15 feet tall, and he's really 5 inches right in front of the light. Nobody sees this. Nobody sees this. So the next time you go out, another way to prove that the Earth is flat, and that is a projection, and a hell of a lot closer than you think. Now I'm beginning to think this thing is probably only maybe 70 or 100 miles away at this point. Because just the projection just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm looking down and I'm looking at a cloud that looks exactly the same size, if not a little bit smaller, than the cloud that's partially covering the sun on the ground. It's really neat to see. I don't know if you're going to be able to find a spot to do it, but I mean, just try to find a tall mountain and get those fair weather clouds. You know, those little puffy clouds. They look like paintings. You know, well, because they are, of all the globe shots that you see, they're all paintings. Anyway, you know, it's remarkable that they have gotten away with this as long as they have, and you know, I don't know, I'm just.
Do you think Cece's kids are like, oh God, I don't know if I'm pretty sure he has kids. I could be wrong, but you think like
he's mentioned them, yeah.
One sibling says to the other, oh God, did you see the video Dad put out the other day? Oh no, what is he saying now? Is he still on the flat Earth stuff? Yeah, now he's talking about Tesla and chemtrails.
Apparently, right. So I'm still trying to figure out. Right. So the sun is a projection, and the clouds are paintings.
It's like the Truman Show.
But he said, didn't he say he was above? But you can go above the clouds.
Those are the real ones.
Then where do the fake ones go when you go above the real ones?
The fake ones are they're Bill Gates and his wife put vaccine microchips in you that make you not see the painted ones when you're up high enough.
Makes sense.
There we go.
Perfect. I'm convinced.
Found it. There's still people after the CDC has just lifted this morning. For example, I'm still seeing them wearing face masks. You know, I think
they might not be vaccinated yet, or like me, there's someone who still recognizes the potential danger and wants to wear a mask at least for a while. How is that hard to understand?
Also, like, a lot of businesses and stuff still require you to wear a mask, regardless.
Those people are done. Their soul has been sucked out of them for the last year and a half. You know, they don't even have any personality anymore. But they can get a magnetic
Joke's on
personality.
you. I never had a soul to begin with.
Yeah, and who needs a personality? That's just a waste of energy. Come on.
Sure, they have it now. You gotta love it, guys. You gotta love it. I'm here all week. All right. All right. Anyway, have a good weekend. I'm gonna try to put something out. Thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos and letting me be a part of your life.
It's always weird to me how sincere he gets at the end of the videos, where he's like, "Thank you for letting me be a part of your life." Thank you.
Social crab and steamers on our flat Earth.
Yeah, that's another cooking video he did, where he's just like, "Let me explain how to cook this crab."
Morimiku says, DC, please leave your car at least once this week.
He can't go back in the house. His wife will yell at him. Okay, that's 3 hours. I'm kind of tired. I think that's ample conspiracies. Yeah?
I feel that was a trip.
Yeah. All right.
That was.
Sorry, I'm linking to your channel. Everyone go check out Altered Rin's channel here on Twitch.
Oh, that is the link to a YouTube video. You don't have to click on that one. Oh wait, that's wrong button. Don't look at my Discord messages. Thank you for the follow. Here, I'll link Hannah's channel, although I forget what my percentage was. It says like how many of my followers follow you. I think you're like either number 1 or number 2. So go follow Hana Reloaded. Definitely not a lizard person.
No, I for sure am. Why so many copies of the same link? Well, you noticed them, didn't you?
Also, like, what happens if people are like getting real rambunctious in chat and chat's exploding, and then like all of a sudden you put one in and it's gone.
Yeah.
And I believe I'm getting quite close to 500 followers.
Nice.
Let's see how we're doing. I'm at 478. So I need, was that 22 more? I'm good at math. Thank you for all the follows.
Okay. I'm gonna raid left flank vets. So,
I will join you in that.
Sounds good. Thank you, chat. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'll be back. I believe tomorrow Jake and I are doing a Hannah and Jake live stream on YouTube, so check that out. Any final parting words?
Not really. Just the Earth is not flat. There's a wisdom for you.
That's pretty good wisdom. All right. Good night, chat.
Goodbye, Hannah's chat. My chat has in a couple seconds on the raid countdown because I always forget